Goddamn, guys. God damn. That was WrestleMania Night 1, man. And Triple H promised that it would deliver on all cylinders. And he was dead wrong, man. I think 1.5 cylinders fired. The rest, not at all, man. That show was the quickest, fastest, horrible show. That main event was the opposite. It was very slow, very fucking boring. I hated that main event. Every other match except Seth and Gunther was absolutely a nothing fest of quick nothingness. And this might be the worst night one they ever put on, man. This was absolutely horrible. This night sucked. The presentation was horrible. The matches were so quick, and the night was just full of bad decisions, man. I was expecting a really bad show, and in some parts, it wasn't as bad as I thought. But when it came to that main event, Triple H, man, he always knows how to do it. He always makes you come out of a show at the end of his main events more confused, more angry, more bored, and more frustrated than you were going in. And he does it every time, man. So I gotta give a round of applause to that for him, man. And yeah, night one of WrestleMania fucking blew, man. It blew. Oh, he's gotta take a sip. He's gotta take a sip, man. That's how bad it is. He can't even get he can't even get the can open. Oh man. I felt that. You gotta take another one. Some loud ass sips.
I promise
Promise.
that WrestleMania will deliver on all levels.
All levels. Every level. Oh, you got more.
Both WrestleMania main events will over-deliver. Night one's main event will over-deliver, especially because of the inclusion of Pat McAfee. Are the words of not me, but Triple H and Nick Khan.
He promised.
Man, you know, God, I don't understand. I really genuinely just don't understand. I don't understand how, first of all, there was so much from a production standpoint tonight that I thought completely gave you a glimpse into kind of what TKO is about and kind of how where their mindset is on going forward with business. I think WrestleMania tonight, this was the first WrestleMania on ESPN, okay? This is the first WrestleMania where I had to sit through 6 4-minute ad breaks between each match on a WrestleMania pay-per-view. Pay-per-views used to be the thing where you paid to view and to not view ads, is what a pay-per-view used to be. Now, we had to sit through about 6 to 7 4-minute ad breaks in between each match. Not to mention, none of these matches really felt like they got a chance to even move off the ground. Oh, man. Yeah, I genuinely wasn't able to really sink my teeth into much of anything on tonight. And it's not to say that everything was bad. I mean, to be fair, to the credit of a lot of these talents, how the hell could you do anything if you're given 7, 6, 8 minutes?
7 minutes, 8 minutes. 8.5 minutes. It's you don't get no time, man. No time. 2 matches went above 10 minutes, and that was it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. The main event was not even 25 minutes. That's insane, dude. That's insane.
The main event match.
Main event match didn't even go over 25 minutes, man. Nobody got time. No one got any real spotlight on this show, and you could tell, man. You could tell what TKO's priorities are. They want you to hear the commentators talk about Wendy's, the general, this, that. They want the names on the mat. They want the 4-minute ad breaks between every match. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. It's way more advertisement than there is wrestling, than there is storytelling, than there is production, dude. It's not even a real show anymore, man. It's just a vessel for ads, man, and it's just horrible, man. The show they produced tonight was abysmal, man. They had one match I enjoyed, one segment I enjoyed, and nothing had to do with the main event, dude. Because the main event was the cherry on top of a shit pie, dude. It really was.
Yeah. Man. I don't know. If this is what they consider, I'll say right now, if this is what they consider over delivering, if this is what you consider is going to deliver on all levels, this company's doomed. Straight up, this company is doomed. Again, if you view tonight as your most ardent viewers being excited about what you put on, then boy, you missed the mark, because again, the main event of this show did not go over 25 minutes. It didn't go over 25 minutes. It didn't go over 23 minutes.
Literally. And it's not like it was a banger 22 minutes. It was not, in my opinion. It was an extremely slow, extremely boring match that had the most confusing, dumb ending, which after that resulted in the most confusing, dumb segment, which just made Randy Orton look absolutely abysmal, and his character is completely dead at this point. Cody doesn't look that good either, and he fucking won. No one came out of that main event looking good. The celebrities look horrible. The talent looks horrible. The only fucking 4 people at coming on night 1 looking good is John Cena, Bianca Belair, Seth, and Gunther. Only people that look good coming out of tonight. And 2 of them aren't even wrestling right now. Cause my God, this was an abysmal night of, quote, wrestling, man. And like, that's the whole thing. You can do wrestling or sports entertainment, but at least try to sports entertain. And that's the thing that they're not even doing here. There was no real story being told anywhere. There was no nothing anywhere. It was just ads, and it was just filler for ads. It was horrible, man. This isn't sports entertainment. This isn't pro wrestling. This is literally nothing. It is nothing at this point.
Like you said, it's a giant advertisement. They're giving us these specialized ads like this is the fucking Super Bowl or something. Which at least with the Super Bowl, if you get good teams, you're still, depending on the year, sometimes you get bad games, but you're still looking at a good game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? At least they're allowed to go out there and put on a good show. How are you supposed to fucking put on a good show in 8 minutes? How? How are you supposed to put on a good show in 8 minutes? Can anybody explain that to me? How are you supposed to put on a good show when Pat McAfee's entrance is longer than the women's world title match on the show, which included the first time Stephanie Vaquer got pinned?
By Liv Morgan.
What are we doing?
It was horrible.
This isn't the fucking Super Bowl. Why am I watching 4-minute ad breaks on Wrestlemania? That was one of the things that pissed me off the most on the night. And then again, everything that happened, before it can even get off the ground, it ended.
Yeah, everything. The second a match picked up, it fucking ended, dude. That opener was just TKO slop. The second opener, quote unquote, in that first hour, Drew and Fatu, I kind of had a feeling they weren't gonna do anything special. Didn't do anything special. That was the most WWE unsanctioned match ever. It was a nothing burger. Women's tag titles got bogged down by nostalgia. Gunther and Seth banged. I loved that. AJ and Becky was surprisingly more decent than I thought, but nothing special. And that main event was absolutely abysmal, dude. I hated that main event. I thought, I'm gonna say this, bro. I think last year's Cody match was better than this one. At least it ended with Cena fucking winning his fucking 17th world title reign. At least it had that, because this tonight didn't have nothing in that main event to go for it. I like last year's more than this one. And neither are good.
Well, I think the moment of Cena winning was better. I can't say that the match was better. But bro, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Early those first two matches we were getting hey
Man, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know. Cena and Cody was Cody. I didn't like Cody and Randy. I think it was better than Cody Cena for sure. For sure, better than Cody Cena in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, but man, yeah. Okay, Cody. I'll say this. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of Cody and Randy at all. Not at all. I think I think that I thought the match sucked, quite frankly. They were running this they're running they're running like a Randy Orton back angle that started today. Michael Cole
just brought it up randomly.
Brings it up like, oh, everybody in the locker room's talking and saying that, everybody in the locker room's talking, saying Randy Orton has a back injury. Wade Barrett's like shooting it down. He's like, oh, you just heard that from some people on the internet. And then Cole's like, no, I've been hearing that around the locker room. And then Randy comes out and they're running this back angle. And I'm like, okay, like, what? All right. So like, I'm thinking like, okay, like, so is Randy gonna lose? Like, that makes me think, like, is he actually fucking hurt? But then they film this angle at the end where he punts Cody. So I'm like,
so he's fine.
So like
it made no sense, and that whole angle they played through the match, he made it even more slow and boring than this match would have already been naturally, man. I don't know what they were doing here, man. I really don't know what they were doing here. The main event was slow. It was boring. It made no sense. The moments in there, when we get to talking about it in detail, that moment, just, I don't think you can make Randy Orton look any dumber than he did here, man. That heel character is completely killed. And his heel character means nothing anymore. A singular punk kick isn't going to save anything. By all logic, why didn't he do that multiple times during the match? And his character looks horrible, man. And his heel character is already basically dead, dude. And it sucks, man. That main event was horrible. I hated it. I hated everything about it. Most of the night sucked, man. The only thing I enjoyed was Seth and Gunther, and that was about it.
So, wow. They, for me on the night, I actually did enjoy AJ and Becky. I thought they picked up.
I thought they picked up better, yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was probably the best of their matches. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I liked Drew versus Jacob, but you know what they always say, everything in WWE could be better. And boy, does that speak to that match. I thought they could have done so much more. Like, that was 10% of what those two guys could have done, in my honest opinion. Randy and Cody, to me, massively underwhelmed. It massively underwhelmed. Like I just said, that feud was supposed to be built off of the story. I had a feeling. Everybody talked about, the match was going to bang or whatever. I never thought that. No. I never expected that match to bang. But the thing about that match was they had the richest story that you could have offered. Obviously being their history. they had the richest story, and they interjected Pat McAfee into it. And it completely ruined everything. It completely ruined the whole entire story. We get to this match today. Pat gets taken out. Okay, Pat's gone, so I'm thinking, okay, we're going to get this one-on-one match or whatever. Then we get him coming back down as a referee to help Randy win. And then Randy Orton turns on him just to end up losing the match. Like, don't you fucking think it would have been smarter if Orton would have turned on him after he won the championship? And then, too, like, look, Orton, I know none of us wanted Pat here, but the reality of the situation is, bro,
He was here.
Pat's here.
Yeah.
Pat is here now. So now you got to make this work with what you got. What makes the most sense to not make Randy Orton look like an idiot? The opposite. You have to make him look smart, okay? Why the fuck wouldn't Orton have Pat, while the real referee was down, have him help him whoop his ass, take the title, and then turn on him? Why would it make any fucking sense for Randy Orton to turn on Pat McAfee when Pat came out there to help him win? And I can't believe I'm defending this right now, but like, I can't. This is the part that got me, and this is what really killed the main event for me, was it's another fucking Cody title retain, right? So we have to see Cody hold the fucking championship for who knows how long. You made Randy Orton look so stupid.
Oh, he looked horrible, man. And even made Pat look dumb and Randy dumb, because Pat's this heel in the moment ref. Why did he do a normal ass count if he's some heel ref trying to help Randy Orton? And why would Randy Orton turn on him in the match to be distracted for Cody to come in? Randy just looks horrible. Like you said, bro, they should have, at the end of the day, Pat's here. You should have played it up as much as you could while he was here. Have him turn after he wins the title. Hell, you could have had him win the title and fucking punt fucking Pat McAfee for all I care, man. And that's the worst part for me about this. People are like, oh, they're going to restart the feud. We're at a fresh start without Pat. That's not really going to do the feud any that much better, because, yeah, they're probably going to go on to have good segments and good builds to their next matches and whatnot. But now, with what happened at Mania and with the build to Mania, all people are going to say throughout their entire feud is, should have just got this at Mania. Why couldn't we just get this at Mania? Why couldn't we get this build to Mania? That's all their feud is going to be now. So now it's going to mean much less, way much less than it would have meant going into WrestleMania coming out. Randy's character is made to look so stupid. Even moments in the matches with him RKOing the ref when Cody was standing right in front of him, literally a split second before he did that. Randy just looks horrible. I mean horrible coming out of the show, man. That punt was just the most copious booking decision to make Randy try to look good, and it just made him look even stupider, man. Everyone looks stupid. Cody looks like classic Chad Cody, man, coming out on top, and I feel nothing coming out of this, and I feel nothing going back into their feud. That now that it's restarted and now that they don't have Pat, I feel nothing, man. I really feel nothing, and although they're probably going to do good shit together, it's going to have this weight still on it, even without Pat there. And I think people aren't going to realize that.
I mean, bro, look at everything that happened last year going into SummerSlam. Like, bro, we've seen this before. Mm-hmm. Yes, Cody and Cena picked their feud back up, and Cody and Cena had their match at SummerSlam. But what does everybody always talk about? Yeah, sure. The Rock and Travis Scott. All they talk about is their involvement. That's why we don't get these people involved. Exactly. Because now, looking back, all everybody's going to look back at and fucking laugh at is, oh, man, remember when we had the WWE title feud with Randy and Cody and Cody and Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee were involved? That's all everybody's going to fucking talk about. You already ruined it.
You
already ruined the feud, bro. And again, a singular punt is not going to change that for me when Randy Orton himself looks like still a blithering idiot. Wouldn't it have just made sense to have Pat be there as a distraction, help Randy win? And then, they said, it was Randy's plan to RKO the ref so he could get Pat McAfee out there. Well, wouldn't have Pat come out and, did a screw job or did a fast count, to get Randy the title if it was Randy's genius plan to get a corrupt ref out there and he just does a fucking
normal ass count.
Yes, he just does a fundamental ass referee count.
Like,
I mean, it doesn't make sense, bro. Like, and then you have him jump up in the air like he's some fucking like he's a child and grab the championship to clock Cody with it and give him a punt, and that's supposed to get me excited now. That's supposed to get me excited.
Man, the feud restarted, man. Now they don't have Pat in it.
No, like, and then like you could have even made sense out of what you were given, bro. Obviously, it's not the fucking best material in the world, but you could have had Randy Orton go out there and say, Cody, I brought Pat in. I don't give a fuck about Pat. I knew it was going to distract you because this is what you do every year. You like to stick your nose in The Rock's business. The Rock wants to bring Travis Scott. All these people. I knew the bright lights and the celebrities were going to blind you.
Bro, you could have easily said
You
that.
It's not the best, but it's something that makes Randy Orton look smart.
You have to work with what you're given, man. And Triple H, he doesn't. He's given shit and just stays with the shit, and he doesn't do anything to try to make it better. He just waits till the shit's gone, and then he just acts like it never existed in the first place, dude. That's what they did last year with Rock and fucking Travis Scott. They never brought those two up ever again, and they ended up having the redemption match at SummerSlam. But look, all people talk, as much as amazing as that match was, it's the redemption match for Mania. It's the what we should have got at Mania match, and the match we're gonna get at SummerSlam with Cody and Randy is gonna be in the exact same boat. Oh, it's the redemption match. This is what we should have got at Mania. I'm sick of SummerSlam being Mania's Band-Aid. I'm sick of it. I'm so done with it.
It does not, to me, it does not do Randy Orton any, it doesn't do Orton any good. It just simply makes him look stupid. It makes him look stupid. And again, I don't care, man. They already done butchered it. You already butchered this feud. Again, all anybody is going to talk about is how stupid this decision was. It's amazing how hard we make the same mistakes every year, yet we do nothing to fix them the following year.
Yep.
And if you think this is bad, just fucking wait till we're in Riyadh next year. Just wait how many celebrities and just big names are involved in that show. Just wait. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then again, this is all to put sympathy on Cody Rhodes for I don't know what how can you have sympathy for a guy who just, overcame 09 Orton, so they say.
Literally. Overcame him and just walks out. People are like, oh, he got attacked, he got hit the punt, he's off TV, man, they're gonna sell it. He got up and walked away. I feel like we're just going to see him on Friday, and it's going to be, that moment is just null and void now. It means nothing. Cody looks like the ultimate Chad again, like he always does. Randy looks horrible, man. Pat looks like Pat McAfee, man. And Triple H looks like the biggest dummy of them all, man. Tonight's Mania ended so fucking bad. It's a stain, man. It's a stain on the legacy of WrestleMania. That shit was horrible. And the rest of the night wasn't even that better. Sometimes we have shows where the show was pretty fine up until the end. This was quite the opposite. It was a bad ending, mostly a bad show leading up to it, man. And it was not a good night for them. Not a good night at all.
Again, if you don't believe us, just watch the audience
Mm-hmm.
during this match. They, for majority of this match, for about 18 out of the 22 minutes, were sitting on their hands.
Yep.
Completely sitting on their hands.
Unless someone did a finisher, which all this match was. It was punches, it was kicks, it was finishers, and that was about it.
Yes. Punches, kicks, move stealings, and finishers.
Literally.
That's it. I
think that's just the baby face finally having a little edge to him.
Yes, I don't think Cody low-blowing Randy, I wouldn't say that's Cody being a heel. I think that was Cody listening to Stephanie McMahon's advice. If you want to beat Randy Orton, you have to get as diabolical as Randy Orton, because we got 09 Orton back.
09 Orton, man.
According to this company, but hey man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I thought, man, yeah, this is the second year in a row where Cody's match has severely
disappointed,
underwhelmed me in the main event of WrestleMania. So just great stuff. Maybe this is a sign that you need to take a back seat next year and maybe not be in the fucking WWE Championship match for what would that be, the 6th year in a row?
It'll be the 6th year in a row, man. Well, technically, because they count 2 nights as 2 separate ones, man. But yeah, man, maybe you should put some fresh names in the main event scene, man. But we won't. After what we got on Friday, man, I really wouldn't be shocked if next year's main event is Punk and Cody. People really want that match for some reason, and I find nothing special for that match.
Yeah, I don't.
People really want that shit, dude, and I don't get it.
I really don't know what they're talking about. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, have absolutely no desire to see that match.
None at all, dude. And even the match that people wanted this year with Punk and Roman, I wouldn't be shocked if we get that next year too. Or not Punk and Roman, Seth and Roman.
I could see that.
I could see those two being the match.
Everybody just wants that Mania match so bad for some reason.
Even
though there's like a whole crop of new names that have not even, seen the ring with some of these guys, bro. So, is WWE gonna give us Braun and Roman? Are they gonna give us Oba and Roman? Are they gonna give us Fatu and Roman? No, they're gonna give us Seth and Roman, of course.
You know it, man.
So that's just gonna be wonderful. But man, very, very, very under-delivered tonight. And the thing that scares me the most, I was more hyped for this night.
Low key.
Like, I legitimately was. I said that yesterday on news. Everybody talks about, night 2 looks like it's going to be a banger. I didn't really see it. Obviously there are some matches. I think there's a lot I am scared for on night 2, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am not excited for Jade and Rhea. I'm not excited for Sammy and Trick, and I am scared for Oba and Brock, and I'm also scared for the Demon versus Dominic. Not really too scared for Punk and Roman. Not really too scared for the ladder match personally.
No.
But all them other matches, 2 of the matches I'm scared about. I think they could have the potential to be great. I'm very scared for them. The other 2, the Sammy match and the Rhea match, I am not really that excited for at all.
No, not at all. Night 2 does not look really any better than this, man. Well, if you think about how everything looked tonight, we're probably going to get a Demon in broad daylight.
Yes.
So that's something. I'm not expecting that match. I feel like that match is going to disappoint people with how overproduced it's going to be. And I feel like the result, at the very least, to Oba and Brock is really going to disappoint people, man. Personally, I'm expecting all that stuff to happen. But night 2 does not look any better. Like you said, the only 2 matches that look pretty kind of just good are the ladder match and the main event. And with that main event, ooh, man, I don't think it'll be as bad as this main event. I really don't think it will be. But they have a chance to do a whole lot of overfuckery, man, and bloodline rules and ref bumps and this person. So that's a little concerning for tomorrow's main event. But at least I don't think it'll be as bad as tonight's. I really don't think it will. I hope not, at least.
I was going to say, I really want to say
I hope
that
not.
Cody Rhodes or that CM Punk and Roman Reigns are not going to put on something as bad as that was. But, man. Oh, God. I'm already yawning. As for that, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for this edition of your WrestleMania Night 1 post-show review. This is your first time watching. You guys do not know the show works every single Monday. We're on here after Monday Night Raw with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we're on here with the news along for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW. We're live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review, as we are tonight, and we will be tomorrow night as well for night 2. But with that being said, if you guys did miss yesterday's edition of the news, as well as 2 days ago's edition of Notorious Heels Gaming's Ready or Not edition, you guys can now find both of those on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to stay first, join us right here live every single Monday or every single Friday at 3 p.m. Central with the news. Also, if you guys haven't got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com, where you can find this brand new, slept on since 2020 design, as well as all the other OG designs live on there as we speak. Again, that is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Go ahead, let everybody know what it is you are smiling about today.
Well, definitely not really anything on the show tonight, man. Definitely not smiling for that, but I am smiling for these graphics, man. Look behind us, look at the thumbnail, look at the start screen, look at that when we get to it, at the thanks for watching screen, man. Incredible, incredible graphics. Oh, hell no. Incredible graphics from this fan here, man. I'm excited for you guys to see tomorrow's, too. It's going to be different than tonight's, man. I'm not going to spoil it. It's going to be dope. It's not going to be blue, I will tell you that. But, we got the whole Apocalypse Vegas thing for the night one graphics, man. And they look amazing. Amazing background. Amazing logo, man. And, it looks incredible. Better than theirs, if I'm being honest, man. You guys don't see us with fake, AI abs that they added all over everything for their fucking graphics, man. These graphics are real, human made.
Probably use some of that. Some AI.
Maybe at this point.
Get me right.
Get me right. But these are real human made graphics that look fucking incredible, man. And they're amazing, man. Truly amazing. And I think you guys are also gonna love tomorrow's too, man. So I got that to smile for. Definitely not the show, man, but for the for the weekend, definitely am smiling. It's been a good weekend so far. Overall, man. Overall, watched the Hall of Fame back this morning. And man, they that whole Stephanie thing took a while. What are you looking at?
What? I'm listening to you.
He's staring.
I'm enamored with your speech.
He's enamored. Hall of Fame was alright, man. The Stephanie stuff was really kind of long, if I'm being honest. And AJ's was really awesome, man. It really was. Other than that, everyone kind of got gypped for their WrestleMania speeches, man. But overall, Hall of Fame wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, man. SmackDown was horrible, man. They had a literal mascot like back in 2019, man. They had a gingerbread man segment. Shit was horrible. SmackDown was abysmal. But other than everything else, I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing? Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the families? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's they doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I am doing pretty horrible, man. I am doing pretty horrible. I'm not gonna lie. This WrestleMania, man, this shit wore me down, bro. This shit absolutely wore me down. Yeah, this show, massively underwhelmed. Again, man, I was chatting with my guy Hunter during the show, and then the way to sum up how I felt about this night was everything that did feel good, just didn't feel great.
No.
There wasn't anything really other than like the Randy and Pat turning angle that felt overly offensive. But
That's true.
You know, nothing I would say was other than that was like bad. It was either good or it was kind of just nothing.
Yeah, kind of just a nothing burger of a Mania. It didn't feel like Mania. It felt more like a fast lane than it did a Mania. And you know, like you said, the only thing that really was like bad was all the Pat and Randy stuff. Everything else on the show was just quick and nothing, and it just meant nothing, man. So that was this show's biggest problem. Is it was a quick nothing burger of a WrestleMania up until the end when it was just absolutely horrible.
Yeah, man, yeah, but hey, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I enjoyed my night. I didn't enjoy the wrestling product that I watched, but I enjoyed my night. So yeah, just chilling, man. Just chilling. This is day 3 of the 5-day Notorious Heels World Tour. So it's been a blast, but yeah. So excited for that. Excited to in-depthly talk about some of these matches with you guys, man. But yeah, doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. And as for all you guys, we got my guy Hunter, we got Durante, we got my guy Tom, we have manager Logan, Ribshot, and we got the other Hunter. How are you guys doing? Thank you guys so very much for joining us. And as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. And what about all you guys, man? So thank you guys for joining us. Happy to have you guys here. Thank you for stopping in. And yeah, yeah, that main event, that main event was, yeah, that second year in a row from Cody where the shit just sucks.
Literally.
You know, at least last Cody WrestleMania match we got ended with a happy John Cena 17th title win.
Yeah, at least we had something to go off of last year, man. At least there was something.
Yeah, this year we have Randy Orton just making himself look like an idiot at the end of the match. So you gotta love that. But Ribshot says he's making it a point to never use any products advertised on this show. So I take it you will not be getting the general insurance. We're using Credit One Bank.
Yeah, you're using Credit One, man. Or are you what the fucking ads they have here all night, man? It was all night, dude. Minute
What
Maid.
was the who had the Wendy's? Was it AJ and Becky?
I think it was AJ and Becky. They had Wendy's. It was just a night full of ads, dude. That's all this show is.
We need Excalibur on these shows, bro.
At this point, I would take Excalibur. Wendy's. I would take it so much more, man.
Man. Yeah. So, without any further ado, man, I guess we could get started on this card.
This card.
Oh, also, yes, to speak on a little bit of what Sir K was talking about. Yes, the graphics here tonight are, if you can't tell from the sign above my head, they are Fallout New Vegas themed. They are Fallout New Vegas themed. So, very, 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 very excited. I was very excited to make these, as I know this is one of this guy's favorite video games, man. So very excited to make these graphics, man. And I think they turned out very nice.
Very nice is an understatement, man. They're truly amazing. Way better than WWE. Genuine. I'm not even just saying that, man.
Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, man. Let's see. Well, WrestleMania opened up with one of the biggest pops all night, John Cena.
It did.
John Cena opened up the show. John Cena opened up the show. He thanked the fans. He almost kind of got emotional while he was talking about, being back and being able to, look at this from a whole nother lens, man. So it was a cool open. It was a cool open to, start it off with the GOAT. We seen the GOAT in a fucking suit. It's weird.
Crazy, man.
Weird.
Crazy. No, even though apparently at the Wrestle Fan Fest, whatever the fuck they call it, man. Fanatics Fest.
WWE World.
WWE World. That's what it is, man. He did a fucking little interview thing in full gear.
I seen that.
So, like, why aren't you doing it at Mania itself, man? I don't know. That was kind of something to me, man. But other than that, very dope to see Cena, man. It truly was.
It is. It is. It was very cool. Very cool to see him. Did you peep that?
No.
I did.
Of course you did.
Yeah, bro. Very cool. Very cool to see the GOAT. Very cool to see the GOAT. So, we did get the open with Cena. He told Stu that he told Stu I missed you, or I've missed you. So that was also very tugging on the heartstrings, bro. Tugging on the heartstrings. John, if you do want to come back, us as wrestling fans will be accepting applications.
No, we will
just
be.
Saying.
I mean, you could always come back at any moment in time. We'll be cool with it, man. We really will. Like, you really don't have to worry. We'd be 100% cool with it, John.
100%, bro. Sir K, you spoke a little bit on the Hall of Fame. I also I do want to speak on that briefly as well. Why in the world was AJ Styles? Can I please ask why AJ Styles was given 9 minutes for a speech, but Stephanie McMahon was given about an hour? Linda McMahon was up there flapping her gums for about 20 minutes. And AJ Styles comes out there and just gets a brief thank you.
I think that's really all AJ wanted, to be honest. He doesn't strike me as someone that wants a long, like, whole thing about his retirement. He really doesn't. But the fact that hers was just so long in comparison, just isn't the best look, man. Triple H, man, he had his Hall of Fame, he had his wife, which obviously both of them are very deserved, man. And next year, I want to be out if Linda's in it, man, and that's just gonna be the most not great look for Triple H, man. It really won't be.
Not at all. Not at all, bro. Yeah, I kind of crazy to be honest, bro. It wasn't good.
Y'all have no clue about how funny this man is.
This
man's a funny man. I know it was.
But bro, no, I think. Oh, dude, Sid's was
They did Sid wrong.
God, Sid, yes, they did him so wrong, bro. They did Sid so wrong. I can't even hold you, bro. They did. Especially
because, like, if they now, they do the match inductees. Why did the match inductee get, or like the match thing got a little speech about something, man, but actual people don't make sense to me, man. You could put the match inductee as a little video package and call it a day.
100%, especially too because okay, first of all, what's so criminal? Sid should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
he should have, like,
long ago,
many years ago. He should have been in the Hall of Fame. And when it is finally his time, A, he's not here, and B, you didn't even have his family get up on stage. Show a video package? Come on, bro. You got to do better than that. You have to do better than that, bro.
They got to.
Yes, the Cody intro was very cool. It was very cool. I like how they had all his old gear and
that was cool.
I don't know why they didn't show any legacy gear, but they did show like debuting gear and just old gears of his. Yeah, don't know why they didn't show any legacy gear. But bro, my guy Ted Jr. was in the fucking crowd.
He was at the show, man. He made it to the. He had to buy his own ticket to go to the show, man. He had to pay an arm and a leg straight out of beating the case, man. And he was here, man. The GOAT.
Bro, let's get him in there, dog. He beat the case, bro. He's good.
He's all right. He's good. Everything's smooth. So get him in there, man. Get him in there.
Get my guy Ted in there, bro. Please. Yeah, so there you go. All right, man. To open the show, let's move our little Fallout New Vegas logo there. Ho ho.
Man. What a show opener, man. I mean, this is the most WWE thing to open the show, man. You got the celebrity. It's a multi-man match. You got Logan Paul in there. You got the Usos to yeet in there, man, with their new and improved theme song again, man. It was the most WWE opener of all time.
First of all, how did you feel about the seats on the stage? The premium VIP seats on the stage?
It looked better on the actual show than it did in the video of the stage reveal. It still kind of made the stage area so short and lame. No one really got to do a lot of special things on the stage. LA Knight was able to drive a truck. That was about it, really, that they did, man. And I think it weakened the stage overall, man. But what about you?
Yeah, it did look. It made, yeah, kind of in the same ballpark as you. I thought they were a bit too close to the point where, like, the WrestleMania stage didn't get like a second to breathe, as it normally should. It should feel like a little more bigger and a little more grand, I feel. But yeah, I mean, overall, it wasn't the most horrible thing. However, there was a lady, Jacob Fatu, literally walked over in that area. He walked in the area, bro, and went over by a fan holding a Jacob Fatu sign that was a Raiders logo, but it was like a drawing of his face, if you can even call it that. Please never pick up a marker again.
No,
whoever drew that sign.
That was horrible,
That
man.
was terrible.
Nothing I hate more than wrestling signs, man. It's not the 90s. They don't mean nothing no more. And yeah, that was not a good looking sign.
Yeah. But this match, we got LA Knight using a truck, a LA Knight truck. This may have been from Ram Trucks. You know,
Actually, wait. No, I think it was Ford.
it was a
It
Ford.
was Ford. I don't think it was a Ram, man.
What the fuck?
I think it was the same truck that Cody and Rock have. I think it was.
What are the Ford?
I think
Damn,
the Raptors.
Yeah.
I think
Is
it was
that by Ford?
Yeah, they got the Raptors.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
that's this. I know Rock has that truck, and I think Cody has one too. Because didn't Cody gift the Rock, or didn't the Rock gift Cody a Raptor or something? And
Probably.
I swear that was a segment. Because Rock was going on about how
It was a Ram.
it was. Oh, it was a Ram. Well, I'm wrong, man. I'm wrong.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say, that makes sense because Ram guys, they really put us on this year for WrestleMania, man. They saved us so much money. They provided us a 25% off deal, for
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
They provided 20. Only for night one, by the way. Only for night
Yeah.
one. Provided that 25% off, man, and it worked, man. The attendance was crazy tonight.
Yeah. LA Knight came out in an LA Knight truck. What did the green shirt guy do?
Yeah, what did the green shirt guy do? Goddamn.
Devin,
Still a prick.
how's it going?
How you doing?
How's it going? Thank you for joining us. He says, who knew the green shirt guy is a total prick? Damn.
What did he do?
What did he do?
What did that man do?
And then we got the LA Knight truck entrance. And then
Man.
before that, we got the Usos coming out with another new theme song. This time, brother, this fucking song
It's the worst.
says, okay, so we obviously seen the Usos Egyptian mix, the fucking that one,
that horrible ass
that
song.
fucking that just god awful one, and then there was It's Just Us Oos.
Just us who's.
Now we have It's You and Me Oos. Day one ish.
Me and you, Oos. Get them out the booth, Oos. They suck, Oos. That shit was ridiculous, man. You need to get them the fuck out of that studio and just play that old theme song, man. Because holy hell, they fucking suck now.
This is why Jey Uso is a Saturday WrestleMania guy. That's why he's a Saturday guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is why we don't smell what the Oos is cooking. Okay.
No, because he doesn't cook.
He's not cooking anything. It's You and Me Oos.
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, Hunter, because, man, I think I got the answer to that one.
That Liv shit, bro. She dead ass was out there thinking that she was like fucking Tate McRae, bro. She dead ass was.
She thought she was Sabrina Carpenter out there, bro. She was feeling herself, man.
She
Fucking hell.
She legitimately
Damn right.
was out there. My God, that was oh my Lord.
Horrible.
That who in the world told her she could sing, dog? I don't know who did that.
They lied to her, man. They really did.
They lied straight to her face, bro.
That was abysmal, man. Her and the Usos are truly having an ass off because, man, all this shit sucked, man. Wrestlers, for the most part, do not make good music, man. Whether you're Trick Williams, whether you're Liv, whether you're now the Usos, whether you're Swerve, none of y'all make good music, man. Please, for the love of God, just stop.
What about what about Keith Lee? Like Keith Lee is a rapper.
Well, he only made his theme song, and the theme song was good, so he gets the pass, man. He gets the pass.
All right.
He gets the pass. He's all right.
Oh man. God. Bro. Please, just give them their original theme song back. Can we please? It's You and Me Oos.
It's you and me, Oos. It's you and me, Oos.
It's just us, Oos.
Just us, Oos. Just me and you, Oos. We fucking suck, Oos.
Can't wrestle, Oos.
I'm a botch, Oos.
She's mine, Oos.
I'm drunk, Oos.
Jey Uso, and also too, I obviously know why they do it. It's because Jay's yeeting. They love him to be Jay or whatever. At least this modern version of what we know as Jay. Is it just me, or is it just so demoralizing to watch? Is it just demoralizing to watch Jimmy Uso almost have to play Jay Uso? They don't feel like the Usos anymore. It dead ass how do you fuck up the Usos, bro? Just put them back to the aura they had about themselves when they were going
angry,
before.
Yeah.
Before they split up, before Jay went on the singles run, Money in the Bank 2020, Money in the Bank 2023, when Triple H was booking the shit, they were just fine.
They were fine.
They just felt like the Usos. They just had that aura, that swag about them, and everything was fine. It just looks now like Jimmy's just trying to play like he's Jay. He's trying to be out there yeeting, and it just doesn't fit him.
No, it doesn't fit him. It's really bad. Jay's character got completely flanderized in the last 2 years, and now that he's back with Jimmy, Jimmy got the same flanderization that Jay got, and it's just a horrible look, man. They look horrible.
I mean, you look at the Jimmy character that they had for him. I mean, you always see those funny clips of Jimmy Uso when he was telling Mia Yim, ain't nobody talking to you, and then she smacked him, or he was always doing funny shit. He just had his own humor about him. You don't see any of that now.
Doctor told him he can't wrestle tonight, man.
You literally don't see any of it, bro. You don't. He's just, again, it's just he's there playing like he's Jey Uso. He's around there, he's sitting around yeeting and again just doing the Jey Uso bit, and it just sucks, dude. It just sucks. It's just not Jimmy. I would have liked if they pulled an Edge and Christian. When they got Edge and Christian back together in AEW, well, one thing everybody was scared for was oh man, I'm gonna miss this version of Christian because he's so great. I don't think this should end, and it didn't end. Yes, they're together and they're tag partners and they're still best friends and they still get along, but Cope is Cope and Christian is still asshole Christian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why we can't get funny asshole Jimmy Uso with, I don't even know what the fuck Jay is at this point. Whatever he is, I don't know. Again, it just seems they just took a lot of that Uso swag away from them, bro.
They did.
And it just looks like Jimmy is out there. Seeing him yeet genuinely makes me cringe. That's just not Jim, bro.
It's not, and it just looks horrible. Their combination now just looks really bad, and it's really sad to see, man. Really sad to see what they turned into.
And then you have the pressure.
The pressure. Bro, what was their entrance, man? Their entrance was...
Yeah, I didn't really they had this big giant vision flag that was in front of them, but then there was a camera filming
behind the flag.
I don't know, not a very aesthetically that wasn't very production sound.
The whole point of that type of entrance is for the flag to drop and boom, that's when we see him when the flag drops.
Yeah.
But we see the camera shot of them behind the flag before it even drops. It looked horrible, man. That was a bad entrance.
Speed looked like an absolute goofball, bro. Wearing that cape, did make me LOL. I must say, that was very, very funny.
Maybe you got the inspiration from Danhausen. Danhausen got the cape.
Well, Danhausen also had the Blimphausen.
He has a Blimphausen, man.
Yep.
I love it, dude.
He is gonna be the company's fucking mascot for the next 15 years, isn't he?
Oh, you know it, man. He's gonna be selling those T-shirts. We're gonna get Blimphausen and Maniahausen and fucking... Oh, man.
I tell you right now, we better be praying Vince ain't here, bro. Vince McMahon would have had him as the premier 24/7 title holder.
Oh, yeah, 24/7 title, and would at one point get upgraded to the U.S. title, man, and be U.S. champion Hausen, and or President Hausen, whatever he would have fucking came up with, and it would have been horrible. And it's still bad now. We got Blimphausen.
We got the Blimphausen, bro. Just what I envision.
WrestleMania, man. Blumhausen. That's WrestleMania.
We now have 3 WrestleMania shows out of Allegiant Stadium that are absolutely some of the worst in company history.
Well, it's probably gonna be 2 to 4 tonight or tomorrow, man.
I can almost guarantee you it will be.
I would bet money, man. But yeah, the entrances were the LA Night Out had a cool one. Came out in a truck, that was pretty cool. Everybody else kind of just they tried but didn't really work out.
The story of this match was the Vision were bullying Speed. They were being very mean to him.
Oh.
Speed, he looked good. He looked good. He was very athletic. He's generally a very athletic guy. And he looked very athletic in the ring. Obviously he wasn't, 2016 Kenny Omega out there. Nor was he 2016 AJ Styles, but he looked okay. He looked okay. Again, very athletic guy, and I thought he did fine. Speed was never really, too much of a problem on this Mania season himself. I think it was a lot of fan fatigue from celebrities, which is why a lot of times I think Speed with his inclusion kind of irritated me per se, but nothing he did. He did everything right. I guess. Again, he tried, building his match, using his streaming platform to kind of help boost the show. But again, I don't think it was necessarily anything he did in particular. I think it was just this year. I think it was just too much of a celebrity. It just makes me wish that all of the celebrities can kind of be like the Tyrese Halliburtons and the George Kittles and kind of just sit there and enjoy the show rather than wanting to be a part of the show, because it gets to a point where it's just too much.
It gets too much where everyone's like, oh, I mean, this celebrity cares, man. You can't be mad. He cares. He's training and he's all this, man. Like Speed, never really worried about match quality with him or him looking bad out there or nothing, man. Even in the segments, in the match, obviously, I didn't think he was going to look bad at all, man. Like you said, it's just celebrity fatigue. People are sick of matches and segments with celebrities, and he was just lost in a sea of that this Mania season, a complete sea of that. So that's what he did fine. I completely expected him to do good, and I liked, his thing of kind of getting dragged around by everyone this whole build. They kept that consistent, and that was fine, man. It was just celebrity fatigue of just the sea of celebrities we got, man. And speaking of Kittle in the crowd, man, dude, he had been plastered by the time that night, and every time that camera panned to him, which was like 4 times tonight, he done slammed a whole cup, dude. And those arena cups are pretty big, man. He done slammed a whole cup every time the camera was on him. He was on Demon Time tonight. He had to go in home plastered.
He did, man. And yeah, that man George Kittle was wasted. I know he was wasted going outside of that arena, bro.
He probably enjoyed the main event at least. That's the only way you could.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was probably so boozed up. He probably thought the main event was a decent ass match. He probably thought the show was good.
Only time he was conscious is probably when he saw that RKO in each other and shit. And he was like, man, they're fucking going crazy.
Bro, from based off the Tyrese Halliburton reaction that we seen at WrestlePalooza when Brock beat Cena, you can tell Tyrese is like a hardcore wrestling fan. I don't think he was drunk. I know he thought this shit was ass. I know he did. Oh,
there was one match where it cut to the commentator. You see him in the background just.
He was sitting, yes.
What match was it?
Was it the main event? Was it the part where was it when Jelly Roll was on top of the table?
No, it was after a match, and the commentators were talking about it.
Oh god,
I don't remember what match it was, man. It might have. It was the women's tag match. After the end of the women's tag match, that's when it happened.
This man. Yeah, there was 1 or 2 points throughout the night where he was genuinely just sitting there like this. You could just see him just sitting behind the commentators, just like, okay, what is this show? So yeah, so the story, like I said, was the Vision. They were bullying. I show Speed. They were bullying Speed, and Austin Theory, the pressure. He was trying to get Speed to hit a double team move on LA Knight. And he was trying to hit a double team move on LA Knight, and Speed got pushed to the ground by LA Knight, and then LA Knight hit a BFT on Austin Theory to get the victory in 7 minutes. Again, Speed did fine, but how is anybody really going to, again, get a how is anybody really supposed to showcase or show what they can do in 7 minutes? You know what I mean? WrestleMania, this is what these guys work their whole year to get to this show. And then you wonder why AJ Styles says WrestleMania has lost its luster. It has.
It has. It feels nothing. Technically, no tag titles are going to be defended on this Mania at all. The tag champs were in a fucking celebrity trio, 6-man. And it lasted 7 minutes, man. What do you expect to get over at this point?
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. But then after the match, Logan Paul gets very mad at Speed. He says, "You cost me my WrestleMania moment."
Oh.
And he gives Speed a
punch.
Titanium. Not just any punch.
The titanium
He gave him
fist.
The titanium fist.
Oh, man. The thing I never got with Logan Paul, dude. They run the whole gimmick, the titanium fist. So why does he also have a brass knuckles thing? If he has a titanium fist.
Very true.
He has metal in his hand. So why does he have to put metal over his hand as a weapon? It makes no sense. That shit never made sense to me.
Maybe it makes him more powerful.
I wouldn't be shocked at this point, man. Can he... I don't even know anymore, man. Oh, probably does make him more powerful.
Yeah. It's got to. So Logan goes to put Speed through the announce table. He lays him on top of the announce table, and then LA Knight and the Usos, they become friends with Speed.
They do.
And they tell Speed, how about you go up there? Speed goes up on the announce table, and he jumps onto Logan Paul for a frog splash. Looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good, I must say. And, yeah. He does a frog splash on Logan Paul, and he celebrates with LA and the Usos, and they're all there yeeting. Everyone's yeeting.
They're yeeting, man.
And everyone's yeeting. Man, this is so great. Everyone was just yeeting.
It's just us, Oos.
It's you and me, Oos. It's you and me, Oos. So
you and me, Oos.
Man, this is just this was a wonderful open to WrestleMania. Way to get people to really buy into the first hour of WrestleMania with a 7-minute match. Okay, they had an hour. The first entire hour was free. Both matches that accumulated the first hour of the show were worth 21 minutes and 20 seconds between both of them.
21 minutes for an hour. And the rest of the time in between was spent with showing the Hogan documentary, was spent showing ads, more ads, WWE-related merch ads, WWE show ads, 20 minutes of nothingness, really. 20 minutes of matches, and the rest of it being nothingness. This opener, like I said, was the most WWE opener you could have had, man. TKO opener. You had the yeeting, you had the celebrity, and you had the feel-good celebrity moment, man. The most TKO opener you could watch.
Absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention, you have ads on the barricade, you have ads on the mat, you have ads on the turnbuckle pads, you have ads on the fucking commentary little table lip. But no, we need ads. We need 4-minute ad breaks in between each match.
Don't forget the dude wipe demon we're gonna get tomorrow.
Oh, Slim Jim.
Slim Jim all over.
Another one. Yep.
I'm genuinely surprised that the truck that LA Knight pulled up in wasn't a Slim Jim truck. I'm surprised it actually just straight said LA Knight. I thought he was, when I first saw pulling up in a truck, I was like, oh my god, he's pulling up in another Slim Jim mobile. But it wasn't. I was shocked. And they got the blimp ads now, man. They got the blimp housing. They got the Snickers blimp. What was the third one?
Club WWE.
Club WWE, man. If you want to sign up and pay money to be able to quickly, faster than other people pay money for tickets and merchandise, and sign up for Club WWE, man. They do. Speaking of the ad mascots, man, remember the I saw a post and someone said that, and I guess that Sol Ruka said this. Remember last year the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot?
I remember. I thought that one was for Dom and Ray.
Apparently, from what was said, that was Sol Ruka under that costume last year.
I feel like I do remember hearing this.
Yeah, it was Sol Ruka under. I learned that today. I was like, that's hilarious. Oh, don't forget about Coney Rhodes, man.
Oh, the drumstick. How could I forget about Cody's brother, Coney?
Coney, man, and the general mascot in the general section of the audience, man.
Wow.
They had a Coney Rhodes section, a general section, the blimps, the blimp housings. My God, man.
You can't have Cody Rhodes without Coney Rhodes.
Exactly.
You also can't have the ring general without the general insurance. Okay?
Yeah, if they're going to put any ad in front of that motherfucker, at least it's that ad, I guess. At least they don't put like fucking... what was the one casino? Chud's Casino, or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh my, yeah,
Chumash Casino,
Chubid Casino,
whatever
or
the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Like, man, holy hell! And then what was the other ad? It was the Xfinity ad they kept playing during the Hall of Fame, where it was the same ad the whole Hall of Fame night, dude.
I hate that you even brought that up. I'm so brain rotted from that fucking ad. The one where the guy grabs the remote. And
SmackDown.
Yeah, where he WWE, and then Alicia Taylor's like, "Welcome to SmackDown." I'm so tired of that ad, bro. I've watched that so much. Oh my god, I can't. I really can't, dude. Oh god, I can't.
After the steroids trial,
TKO made WWE corny again, like in the mid '90s after the steroids trial.
Fuck.
That's the era right before the Attitude Era, right?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what they call that era. Was it the Golden Era? I might be wrong.
I think the Golden Era was like Hogan.
Yeah, I think the Golden Era was like the late 80s.
Yeah.
Is that the New Generation Era?
I think that was.
I think that I might be wrong, but I think that's the New Generation Era. And then things were so bad that Vince was like, okay, we got to make this more edgy because yeah, this is bad. I am very underwhelmed that Triple H has not got into that mindset yet, because Vince got into that mindset like, hey, we need to lock in, like we need to make this shit better. And then we ended up getting the Attitude Era, which people say is one of the best, if not the best. So
man.
I wish Triple H would fucking kind of get in that mindset of his own.
We are in a very good era, man. We're in the ruthless depression era, man. Isn't that great? Don't you just love this era? The ruthless depression.
Yep.
The depression is ruthless, man. It's constant. All 2025, so far, all 2026, man. And with Saudi Mania next year, it might be even worse next year.
Oh,
especially if they do Saudi next year, man. Oh, I'm sure it's going to be UFC and Boxer Mania next year, man. Oh. Manitar, Duke the Dumpster, Dorsey, and Repo Man. Oh my god.
Duke the Dumpster, Dorsey.
I've actually never heard of that, man. The Repo Man. They were going to Cabrini Green, apparently.
Tom, are you a big fan of Bunkhouse Buck?
The Manitar.
Mantar.
So
well, now we have the Beast Morton.
We do have the Beast Morton now.
Yeah. Cody has a gnarly black eye. Wow.
Can you give me one?
I feel like I have 2 black eyes after watching what I watched.
Mm-hmm. I think my brain is bruised after that show.
Yeah, what is next for everybody in the match? Honestly, not too sure. The one thing I can say coming out of this match that I feel is what is next for anybody is the obvious Logan Paul versus Speed match.
I think that's an obvious setup for whether it's Backlash, whether it's SummerSlam, or before in between all those shows.
It's gonna be next year's Mania.
They're definitely setting that match up. I think we really won't know the direction for the Usos until we see the aftermath to tomorrow's main event. As for LA Knight, he's going to be trapped in whatever circle of faction is on television. You guys know how they do LA Knight. And as for the rest of the division, but obviously besides the Speed match,
The pressure.
I feel like they're going to try to reconnect with Braun, and I don't think it's going to work out. I think they're going to also tell that story at the same time as the Seth story.
I don't know, man. These were Braun's boys before he left.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. He man,
These were his running buddies.
Are his running buddies, man.
To be honest, I would love that route. I think they're going to play it lazy. I think they're going to have Braun just be in this group. I don't think he'll be as involved with what they do, but I think he's still going to be running with these guys. I think they're too lazy to like break this up, or I think
maybe when they get Reed back, they might.
That I think has a better chance of happening.
Yeah, when Reed comes back, they might be like, all right, we're a thing. I know he's a dog. He could be with me. I don't want y'all around me, man. I could see something like that.
I could, even though it would make more sense to break them up and then have, maybe Braun, feud with these guys. And then when Reed comes back, you have Reed, rejoin Braun Breaker. But WWE knows damn well if they break Braun Breaker up from these two, they're going to have Braun Breaker destroy these two. And I don't think they want to blatantly bury them.
Exactly, because they love Logan Paul. They love Austin Theory, man.
The pressure.
No, he is the pressure, man.
The pressure, yeah.
He is the depression. His fucking career is a pressure cooker of fucking explosion. So yeah, man. Yeah. Again, it wasn't even a bad match or a bad opener. It was just a very TKO opener, if that makes sense.
And it was quick. It was quick. Fucking quick. I'm sitting there watching this shit, and I'm like, it ends, and I'm like, we all started laughing because we're like, that's fucking it. Like, they just started wrestling. So
that was the whole night, man. I was just saying that's it. Besides, for me, Seth and Gunther, that's the only time I didn't say that's it. Even then, a real booker would have had them go like 25, but we don't work with a real booker here, man. We work with Triple H.
Tony Khan would have had those motherfuckers go out there for 45 minutes in the middle of the card.
Oh, they would have destroyed each other for fucking for 2.5 hours.
I'll say, man, nights like tonight, they really make you appreciate Mr. Matchmaker over there in AEW, Mr. Tony Khan.
The shows might be fucking 5 hours and ain't that fucking midnight, man, but at least you fucking add some matches you can sink your fucking teeth into. Fuck.
At least.
At least,
bro.
At least I know it's going to be long, but I know I'm going to get good matches.
And then you get a really good one occasionally where he actually throws some really good story in there.
Yeah.
And then he's really cooking.
Now I'm like, oh my God. Holy shit.
Yeah, God. The next match. The unsanctioned no rules match.
Unsanctioned, man. There's no rules here, man. Man, this is an unsanctioned match right here, man. They got chairs, they got tables, they have a toolbox. And that was it. That's all they had, man. They didn't do anything else. I don't think this match was bad, man. I don't think it was. I just think I wish these two were allowed to go harder and for a longer period of time, man, because I feel like, at least for me, it underwhelmed with the name of an unsanctioned match. I think it did.
For me, I liked the match. It was this match. I think this match I was excited for going into it, and I thought the match was very good. I just thought the match could be great. That's my thing. I thought I liked, again, you have Drew McIntyre, getting a wrench and shoving it into, smudging it in Jacob's face. Yet there's no blood. I thought for sure these guys, there for sure should have been color. Like Hunter says in chat, I thought the one thing this match, the one piece of intensity this match had to it was the color, right? These guys cost each other championships for months. Drew has made fun of Jacob's past. He's made fun of Jacob, all these personal shots at him. Yet there was no blood, and this was titled an unsanctioned match. I didn't title it an unsanctioned match.
They did.
WWE titled it an unsanctioned match. When you call something an unsanctioned match, for this, you could have just called this an Extreme Rules match. You could have called this a no disqualification match. You could have called this the no rules match. You could have called this anything else. When I think unsanctioned, again, the whole point of unsanctioned is whatever y'all do to each other, the company is not responsible for.
You expect the absolute meanest shit to happen to each other, man. Again, it's not even on these two. It's more on the company they're working for and the rules they're working under with said company, man. They didn't bleed. They didn't do really nothing crazy to each other. Again, it was still good. It just wasn't an unsanctioned match, man. I think they have to respect what that match title is, and they didn't in this regard. It was still, like you said, a good match. They gave it their all, man. I think they were just severely limited by, generic WWE rules of what they want in an extreme setting.
For sure. So, we got cool entrances by the both of them. Jacob Fatu had like these Samoan fire dancers during his entrance. He came out wearing a Fatu bulletproof vest with like green camo gear, and he had his little werewolf mask that he wore last year on the back of the bulletproof vest. And then Drew McIntyre came out, and he had like this brick wall that got like cut open by his claymore, and he kicked the wall down or whatever. Very cool entrances by the two. I really appreciated what they did for the entrances here. And then we seen a double chair suplex by Drew McIntyre. We seen the use of a toolbox. Again, we didn't do this. They reminded us of the 2024 Hell in a Cell match with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. They reminded us of that. Again, when you remind people of something that vicious, what the fuck happened the last time Drew McIntyre seen that toolbox? He had a crimson mask pouring down his face. And again, there should have been a little blood here, man. There should have been a little blood, so I didn't really understand that at all. Again, there was the spot in here, man, where Drew McIntyre grabs the wrench that he also used in the Hell in a Cell match and was shoving it into Jacob Fatu's face. No blood. No blood. But Randy Orton, later in the night, gets thrown up against a ring post, and he's busted open.
And he's just busted open. I mean, you can clearly tell it was just the most obvious blade job in the world, man. The blood in that match was not necessary, even though technically it was to have that stupid spot they fucking did. The blood was necessary in this match, I think. For again, solely for the name of the match you selected. Like we said, if you named it anything else, I think this match would have been even better than it already was. You called it an unsanctioned match. That was just not an unsanctioned match.
Yeah. Again, you can call me a mark.
Yeah.
You can call me an AEW fan. When I think unsanctioned, I think Hangman and Swerve. Now, I'm not saying that Jacob and Drew had to fucking stick each other with needles.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Swerve and Hangman, even before the needle spot, were just giving the vibe that they were beating each other to a pulp.
They did, exactly. Again, I'm not expecting, John Moxley, Hangman and Swerve level of violence and blood. I'm just expecting something, some type of crimson and some type of cool weapon. They could be like, oh shit, they're using that. That's cool. And that's all, man. Especially, again, with the name of an unsanctioned match.
Thumbtacks.
Which, with what we got here, makes me so glad we did not get a Hell in a Cell match this weekend, man, because it would have disappointed. It so would have disappointed. Oh, hey, are you Solo Sakala Hunter? Did you try to get your? Could you not find your?
Dude!
Could you not find your DoorDash, man?
Solo couldn't find his DoorDash, bro.
Hey, he
Solo
made it on
Sikoa
Mania.
hasn't made a WrestleMania since he's been on the main roster. Maybe because do you think it has something to do with the fact that he's been looking for his DoorDash?
He's just looking for his DoorDash every Mania, man.
Hey, have you seen my DoorDash?
And then the ad was so stupid because he's looking everywhere for his fucking DoorDash, and then he just finally goes to his named locker room and it's there. Why didn't you go there first? The ad made no sense, but it was fucking hilarious, man.
God, I gotta say, was it just me, or did tonight's WrestleMania Night 1 just not give the vibe of WrestleMania at all?
Oh, not at all, man. It really felt like a backlash, like a fast lane. This shit did not feel like fucking WrestleMania at all. The match scale didn't feel like it for almost any of it. It just did not feel like Mania, man. It really did not.
No, man. I'm like, I don't like, whether it was the ads, whether it was whether it was the ads, or like the stadium just like felt empty. Like they didn't make the amount of noise that like I feel like a Mania crowd should make, in my opinion. And again, I mean, we've talked about it up and down in the hour and 30 minutes that we've been on here so far, but like it's just that the matches were so short. You know, there's ads between every match. Like I think there was so much thrown in tonight that just did not make this feel like a WrestleMania, man. It just felt like it felt like something that WWE just wanted to do to kind of, you know, get their ad spots in there, or, you know, make a nice money off advertisements tonight. Is kind of just is what it felt like, man. All this TKO bullshit because Vince McMahon wanted to make a power play to fucking keep his company that he didn't even end up keeping.
And he didn't even end up keeping, man. He knew he was cooked when he tried this method, sell to TKO, and it didn't work out, man. And TKO just took it in the complete wrong direction, man. This feels like a parody of what it used to be, man. And the scale was just not here tonight, man. The scale, you didn't feel anything going in. You really felt nothing but just disappointment going out. And it was just not a good night for them, man. Not a good night.
Yeah. Yes, what AJ said about WrestleMania is very true. Obviously, we did speak on what AJ said a little bit earlier, but it's absolutely true, man. I mean, this guy,
it's lost. It's what made it valuable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really has, man. But yeah, it just didn't feel like a WrestleMania tonight at all. It just, again, it feels like a shell of its former self. And again, you look at, I'm always going to use Mania 39 and 40 as my, I guess, standard bearers, my benchmarks, because those are two of my favorites. Those are two of the best top to bottom WrestleManias I think I've ever seen. So I'll always use those as an example. Those, the night before, you'd be sitting there and you'd say, like, man, WrestleMania's tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Even the Vince Manias. Yeah. Even the night before, we would be like, all right, this is, WrestleMania Eve.
And like even like before 39 and 40, which were amazing shows, you had shows with, you could take like 33 and 34, which weren't good shows, man, but they still felt like WrestleMania, man. Yes. Even with, and that's what made something like 34 which was bad, but it was bad because they made all the wrong decisions on what felt like a big show, and everything. It was a big disappointment because you expected so much more. With this show, it just felt like nothing going in and nothing coming out. And 34 was a bad Mania. That Mania sucked, but it sucked because we expected it to be so good, and it could have been so good. and it wasn't. But this night just didn't feel like Mania in itself. Then that's the problem.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, man. It just didn't have that WrestleMania feeling, bro. So I don't know. I don't know what the future is for this show. I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to continue to happen, but
Especially in Saudi, man.
that's why, I stated for Elimination Chamber that like this was my last show for a while, because and then even obviously the way the Elimination Chamber show turned out,
Man.
it just it really did nothing but kind of prove like, okay, like, yeah, this is it for
It's
a
just
while,
dead
because
period.
things like this just don't deserve your money, man. Things like this
It
don't
doesn't.
deserve your money. And again, the proof is in the pudding. You know, you got the greatest of all time out there, you know, telling a fake ass number, 50,000, 118 or whatever the hell the number was. That's a bunch of bullshit, man. That number's around 43 to 45,000. You know, that number is around that ballpark. Couple of years ago, bro, you had double that in SoFi Stadium. Double. You had to make a set that wasn't higher than the 200 section because you had to sit people up there.
Exactly, because you needed to fill those seats, because you could fill those seats, man, and people wanted to fill those seats, man, and now you have quite the opposite problem.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But Jacob and Drew, personally, I fucked with the match. I liked the match. I just, again, this was a good match that I thought could be. This was a good match that I thought could be. I thought could have been great.
I thought it could have been great. Again, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't a special unsanctioned match for me, man. But it wasn't bad at all, man. The two guys tried their best, man. I love Fatu. I love Drew. They tried their best. I truly feel bad for both of those guys, man. And they did the best they could have out there.
For sure. So, that was that. Jacob and Drew did not even crack 15 minutes.
And that was one of the longer matches.
Yes. And this was the third longest match on the show.
Exactly.
Wasn't even 15 minutes.
Oh, boy. We have Charlotte and Alexa, Lyra and Bailey, Demolition, and what was supposed to be the Bella.
Oh, my God.
Man, what?
Bro, you got the women's tag match here. You have Charlotte and Alexa. Charlotte, she had like a butterfly gear. It was like very colorful, right? Alexa had a butterfly gear as well, but it was like the butterfly moth that is the Bray Wyatt logo. So I thought that was a very cool homage to Bray.
I thought it was. I love that. And I like that contrast between the two. I like the way they did it. And it was very cool, like Bray style reference.
100%. So, Charlotte and Alexa had a pretty cool entrance. The Irresistible Forces. Or should I say, the new Demolition.
They are the new Demolition, man. Dude, they came out, man. And first of all, the shot they started off with was far as hell. But when they got closer, all of us at the same time watching just goes, are they fucking wearing Demolition attire? And that they were, man.
They're the modern day Demolition, dude.
And the best part about it, the second we all said that, right afterwards, they panned a fucking Demolition in the crowd. Goated. Hilarious, bro. They're the next Demolition, man.
They are the modern day Demolition, indeed.
There you go.
Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
The Irresistible Forces.
Lyra and Bailey.
Oh, he's happy.
No,
actually, he's not.
I'm not happy. What the fuck, dude? What the actual fuck? You made a whole story around these two getting the tag titles and fucking getting this chase for Lyra to get Bailey on the Mania card and win the tag titles. They've been in the scene for a minute as a tag team and haven't got their hands on the titles because the titles have went to the Judgment Day and the Kabuki Warriors and Rio and all these other teams and the Irresistible Forces and Lyra and Bailey don't get their hands on the tag team championships. Great.
And they lose to a literal nostalgia act, which was the surprise for this match, man. Pat said he had a surprise for Mania, man. And I guess this was the surprise, man. But, completely screwed over Lyra and Bailey. Their story really makes the most sense of coming out as champions. And I fear that the only direction they're going to take with them afterwards is fighting and just a slow burn of a turn. I feel like that's what we're in for.
I could very well see that.
And who turns? Literally whoever Triple H decides that day, because that's how he operates, man.
Yes. So, we have the Bella Twins coming out, and Nikki reveals she tried so hard to make this WrestleMania, but she couldn't. So, she still wanted to give Brie her WrestleMania moment, and she wanted to call in an old friend. Then we seen the WWE return of Paige Saraya. Paige is back in WWE. She got a pretty big pop. What I'm most excited about, dog, they gave her back her OG theme song. Oh my God, that song's a banger.
That song fucking hits. It still slaps to this day. Banger ass theme song. Glad hearing that again. That was amazing. She had like all her old Trons. That was pretty cool, to be honest. And it was very nice. It was a nostalgia act, but it was very cool seeing her. She looked great, man, and loved hearing that song again, man. I personally actually really didn't like that AEW theme of hers. I am not a fan of what band was her boyfriend at the time in.
Oh, Falling in Reverse.
Not a big fan of them. I'm really not, but I love her WWE theme, man. I loved hearing that again.
You don't like the Outcast song?
Oh man. Oh, that was a group, and oh man, I just got taken back to a bad era.
That was pre-Tony. That was pre-Timeless Tony Storm.
What did we call them as a joke before the?
No, they used to refer to themselves as a couple of freelancers.
The freelancers.
Yep.
That's
so
what
we used to call them the freelancers, and then they started calling themselves the Outcasts.
Oh, brother, man.
That was a fucking terrible group.
They were like spray painting people, and it was bad, dude. That shit was bad. Who was the third person in
Ruby.
that? It was Ruby. Okay, man.
Ruby, Tony, and Paige. Which, if booked properly, could be a
been
solid
great.
group.
That could, on paper, that's an amazing group. But man, that shit did not work out.
Hey, I'm with Hunter on this one, bro. I really liked Zombified. I really liked that one a lot. But I've always liked her WWE song has always been my favorite of her musics. But I actually really liked Zombified. I was actually quite upset when they took it away for the Outcast theme song, because that was just the typical AEW default piece of garbage. But
I missed Outcast, man. I really do. But well, fuck. Damn, I think I lost what I was gonna say, man.
Although that organic transition to Tony Storm slowly going crazy, that was pretty tough.
That was man.
Pretty tough. But no, I actually really like Zombified. But hearing whatever the hell the name of the WWE song is,
I don't remember.
Too tough. I can't remember the name of it.
Can't remember the name.
But yeah, that WWE song. I was, bro.
Oh, I was so scared we were gonna hear some bullshit, bro. I thought we were gonna hear it was always my house or some stupid shit like that.
It's my house.
Exactly.
Her shirt says scream for me.
Oh, not too long, Hunter, probably.
Probably, yes. They're probably going to end up changing that song unless Paige is smart and put it in her contract that she wants that theme song.
Hopefully she did, because God, I hope so. That's really her biggest attribute right now is that theme song, man. Same way if Jericho would have came back, his biggest attribute would have been break the walls down.
Fuck yeah.
Which I was just thinking, I wonder if that Drew entrance was meant for fucking Chris Jericho, man. He broke the wall down. Wonder if that was kind of meant for Jericho. but that was awesome hearing that song again, man.
Yeah, that could have been meant for the Jericho versus Gunther match.
That would have banged.
Stars in the Night. That's what it's
Stars
called.
in the Night. There you go.
Yeah, banger. Fucking banger ass theme song, bro.
AJ has kept her theme, so hopefully that's a good sign. Hopefully that is a good sign.
You guys mean you don't want to hear? Maybe they'll let her keep "Let's Light It Up," but maybe they'll add, a saying in front of it. Maybe we'll hear your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
That would be the saying too.
And then it'll go into it. Or what's the other T-shirt she has? It says, "Spitting webs since 2011."
Spitting webs since 2011. What does that mean?
She's a spider.
She's the spider,
She's
man.
been making webs.
She's been making webs, man. I don't know if it's her. I don't know if it's Punk. I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to see nobody making no webs, bruh. But she's making webs.
Hey, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we have the reveal of Paige. I must say, now, granted, these women were given 8.5 minutes. We couldn't obviously see too much from Paige. From what we seen from her, this first impression was good.
It was.
She looked a hell of a lot better than she looked in AEW. I could say that for a fact.
Oh, she looked like
in AEW, she was a sloppy hunk of junk. In WWE, I'll say first night back, the first impression was good. She looked more, fluent in the ring.
She was a rust-covered robot in AEW, man. That was a bad look. She moved horribly in AEW, man. But here, for probably a minute and 25 seconds, she was able to be in the ring. She did look good. She was pretty smooth. Again, she was a one person in a group of 8 other people, man. So, or 7 other people. So it was just a little indication, but hopefully that is a good sign, man. And keeping her in tag team, in the tag team division, I think is the safest move in ring wise. And she did look pretty solid for the little burst she was in the match.
She did. So, there were some points where she was like double teaming with Charlotte that looked very sloppy. But again, for the most part, looked good.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, again, like Sir K said, she was in a field of 7 other people. So, it's obviously, it could have been very easy
to look good.
It could have been very easy to look good when you're wrestling with 7 other people. But at the end of the day, it did look serviceable. So we got Nikki Bella attacking Charlotte, as Charlotte and Alexa were trying to take advantage of Paige to gain the victory. Nikki pulled Charlotte out of the ring and started beating her with a crutch, which distracted Alexa. Alexa went for the Twisted Bliss. Missed it. Paige got the knees up. And then we got a Rampage.
Very cool to see.
To Alexa Bliss and Paige, and Nikki or Brie Bella are the women's tag team champions.
Let's go, man. That's real graps right there. We got Paige and we got the female Nigel McGuinness in the ring, man. Great graps from these two, man. Hey, man. At least they didn't pin Lyra or Bailey, man. But I am very scared for the progression of their characters afterwards, man. Because not even that I don't want to turn from on each other of Lyra and Bailey, but I feel like WWE is going to be at the point this summer where it's going to be a very slow process, man. I feel like they're still going to want a team, but then they're going to get on each other's nerves, and they're going to keep losing, and they're going to still be as a team and be looking at each other annoyed up until before SummerSlam is when one of them finally fucking turns, man. That's my biggest fear. Not even that they didn't even win this, or that they're going to probably turn on each other, but I have a feeling it's going to take it's going to be stretched out needlessly like Triple H does, man. Because so far, their general character progression was at a good pace overall from story to story. I feel like this one's going to get stretched out. This man is just sad.
I genuinely don't know how you don't put the fucking titles on Lyra and Bailey, bro.
That was such a lay. Because, like, let's say you want to do that match. I would probably want to do that match at Mania, and I would just have them be tag champs through at least SummerSlam. Then match maybe when they could lose it, and then you could start that process. But they're not that smart, man.
So stupid, bro. These women should have been rewarded for the work that they did throughout the fall last year. I thought they were, I say it all the time, I thought they were one of the best parts, if not the best part about the whole show on Monday night. Yet, what do they get for it? They get having to lose to Nikki Bella and Paige. Brie Bella and Paige. Even worse. Come on, bro. Again, not really the most, ideal way to reward your performers, but we gotta give Paige, I guess, her welcome home flowers. But again, nothing against Paige.
No.
But what the fuck? I mean, again, should have. In my opinion, you should have followed, I think, the story that made the most sense, and the tag team that is the best in the match that has yet to win the tag titles.
I put in work on your show on Raw, whether it was the mid-card or tag division, making the best they could out of everything they were given from last Mania to this Mania. They really should have been rewarded, man. And that's another thing that Mania nowadays fails to do. It doesn't reward people that work their ass off building up to the Mania. If by all logic, they should have been Lyra and Bailey for at least the women's IC title, at least. And there should have been so much more on the show that awarded, the people that worked hard, man. We could easily got a Cody and Gunther match. We could have easily got, and I liked the Gunther match they did. I did, but scale-wise and story-wise, they should have took a lot of the show in a complete different direction in terms of rewarding people that worked their ass off in the year prior in the build-up to this Mania. Obviously, Braun couldn't make it, but like as an example, he's one of those ones that should have been rewarded. But obviously, there's that injury, but in terms of scale, that's what I mean.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's like, like you said, every time we get to WrestleMania season, it's like, oh, we got to shift the attention to Pat McAfee. Instead of, rewarding and giving these big spots to people that have actually been there busting their ass the whole calendar year. So,
exactly, because that's at least what like tomorrow night's ladder match does feel like. It feels like all the people in that mid-card circle, kind of low-key besides Rey Mysterio, busted their ass, and they deserve to be showcased. Evans, Penta, Dragon League, those type of guys. I'm glad they are on Mania to showcase what they can do, because they all deserve it.
But even Ray, it's like
he got fucked in Mania.
I was gonna say he this year more than ever deserves to be on WrestleMania. And the reason I say that is because this dude during the WWE kickoff show said something like the company wanted me to retire, but I still want to be around. Like, what do you mean the company? Do you mean somebody had the balls to fucking tell Rey Mysterio, hey, I think it's time you pack it up?
The fuck? No, it's not. This is Rey Mysterio we're talking about
here,
man.
And we're going to tell you who you're going to retire to. It's going to be Gunther.
And it's not going to be your son? Like, what?
If I was Ray, I'd have had a fucking problem with that too. Ray absolutely. Now, especially, Ray deserves to be on WrestleMania. Who the fuck told that to Rey Mysterio?
No, exactly. When you factor that in, that is completely true, man. Because you can't just ask a man to retire just because you want to run Gunther's stats for someone he does not need to retire, and that does not need to retire right now. That makes no sense, man.
Like, you can take Gunther's character a direction that you did with Seth Rollins and make the whole thing make sense. You know what I mean? Instead of being a career killer, he could be like a fucking work rate hunter. He could chase all the guys that he feels have dodged him.
Yeah.
Like Seth.
And I like Seth. And if like you took Mania a completely different direction and you did end up doing that Seth and Roman match, you could have Cody not be champion. He fucking retired Cody's hero. You had the fucking story right there, man. He retired his hero. And Cody was looking so sad afterwards. You had the story right there. I would have loved the story. between Gunther and Cody going into this Mania
Mhm.
after him retiring Cena. That would have been the perfect direction to take him in.
So, yes, Brie Bella and Paige are your new women's tag team champions. So
That's real grabs.
real grabs. Okay. This is the Young Bucks versus Hangman and Kenny Omega.
No, exactly, man. This is Okada and Takeshita right here, man. We got Paige and Nikki Bella, man. Truly the goats, man. We got Will Ospreay and Nigel McGuinness in the ring. And just Zack Sabre Jr.
So, the next match we have on the show.
Match that surprised me, man. It did, man. It did. I genuinely expected a lot of nothing from this match. And it started off a little rocky, and I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of what I expected. But it picked up, man. This is one of the matches that actually picked up. If you gave it more time, it would have picked up even more. But from what they were given, it did pick up.
You got Becky Lynch's entrance.
Oh, that was, man.
You had whatever the name of her band is out there.
It's a wholesale. It starts with a W. I don't fucking remember.
Wonder
Years?
Wonder Years. Yeah, I think that is their name. Homie, this dude came to WrestleMania
To lip sync.
to stand on a stage and lip sync Becky Lynch's theme song.
That shit looked horrible, man.
That looks so bad.
The whole point to a live band entrance is to hear the audio of the live version of the song so they could sing it right then and there. That's what Bray did. That's what fucking Edge did. That's what fucking Triple H would do. That's the point of the live band being there. And they didn't. They literally just played the normal theme song with him just lip singing under it. And that was the most unsynced lip singing I've ever seen, man. Only person that could rival him is Trick Williams in that one video he posted. That was horrible lip singing, man. As much as I like this match, man, these two were some of the worst entrances of the night.
Bro. How in the world? How in the world was WWE okay with paying these people? And they come to WrestleMania to lip sync a fucking theme song. Bro, this is WrestleMania, dog. Again, like Sir K just said, do you think Triple H would be okay with Motorhead going out there and Lemmy's fucking
off key too?
Yeah. The song started. This motherfucker wasn't even up to the mic yet. He was standing on the stage dancing like fucking shit.
The fucking lyrics start and he's just, oh shit.
He's jumping all around and the song starts and he runs up and starts singing and you don't hear anything. You just hear the track.
Horrible look.
I don't know if anybody else peeped it. Becky looked a little annoyed.
She did look a little. She looked back and was like, what? Y'all ain't singing it live?
Yes.
Man, I feel bad for Becky.
What in the blue hell was that? Again, imagine Rev Theory out there singing voices, lip syncing. Yeah. Imagine Motorhead out there lip syncing. Imagine the dude that sings Bray's song lip syncing.
That was good. That's an underrated live band entrance.
Very. Imagine Living Color out there lip syncing CM Punk. Come on, bro.
You can't do it.
What is that? I hope WWE, what was WWE thinking? And if they didn't know, and if they just went into business for themselves and decided they don't want to sing, then never invite them back.
Never invite them back, man. In fact, change your theme song. Because get a better band or do it at that point. Because that's just horrible.
Because goodness sake. And then AJ's entrance. I get what she tried to do. It was a wholesome thing.
It was.
I can't necessarily say it was, the best. I also think it was like a bunch of little girls because of like Becky's daughter.
I could
You
also
know what
see
I
that.
mean? You know the whole
I'm your daughter's favorite.
yeah, little Rollins. You know, the little architect's favorite wrestler is AJ Lee. So you know maybe that was behind it. But AJ had a bunch of little girls going down there skipping. So you know, I mean, again, it wasn't the most perfectly in sync entrance, but it was a cool concept.
It was cool. It was a cool concept. It was a cool idea. Very out of sync and disorganized. But they were children, man. They were children, man. And it kind of was just there, man.
Yes. So, Becky Lynch got out of the Black Widow by pulling AJ's hair. This match was also refereed by Jessica Carr, who Becky Lynch has had a beef with for quite a while. While she was arguing with Jessica, AJ locked in the Black Widow, but Becky got out of it by pulling her hair, and she was in the corner, threw the turnbuckle pad off, threw Jessica Carr in front of her when AJ went to run at them, and then threw AJ into the exposed pad and hit her with a manhandle slam afterwards, which, speaking of manhandle slams, AJ Lee had a pretty good manhandle slam. She did a manhandle slam in this match, and I gotta say, it was pretty impressive.
She did. I like that she jumped forward with it instead of just slamming straight down. I don't like the look of the straight down manhandle slam, and I liked AJ's a lot, man. I really liked her version of the manhandle slam. I thought it was very good.
For sure.
Man, if we gotta rate this show 1 out of 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 3.4 out of 10. What about you, man?
Out of 10.
Out of 10. The 0.4 is being generous.
I'll say 4.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, I'll say 4 out of 10.
Yeah. I give a good. What about you, man?
Yeah. How about you, bro? What would you rate this one? Becky hit a manhandle slam, which AJ sold beautifully, and she won the title back. Becky Lynch is a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. You know, I would have liked AJ to keep the championship and fight some of the, younger talents, but at the end of the day, AJ is never around, so I completely understand why they would not want her to, keep the championship. I do get it. Again, I would have, in a perfect world, I would have had AJ defending that motherfucker against Roxanne, against Lyra, against Bailey, against Liv, against Raquel, against Io,
Sol Ruka, wherever she goes. If she goes to Raw,
yeah, Sol Ruka, Asuka, Kyrie. I would have had AJ defending against this whole younger crop of ladies. However, again, she just was kind of never there and is kind of a very absent act. So that does suck. But at the end of the day, Becky has the championship, and I do not know even what Becky's going to do with the championship. She can only elevate it so much before it's time you drop it to somebody that is going to carry the championship into the future. Right, younger talent or somebody on fire or whatever the case may be. I don't really even know who else Becky can feud with that she hasn't feuded with already.
That's the problem, man. You were kind of in a lose-lose situation with the winner of this match because you had AJ, who on paper has a lot of more matchups that you could do and people want to see, but the problem of she's never around, man. She's never at the shows. The most you'll get is a video package promo, and that's all you have to do. And Becky really tried to make it do with the build, but the build to this match really wasn't that good. It really just wasn't, man, because AJ was just not around, and that's the AJ problem of on paper you could do a lot, in reality, you really can only do so much, and you're very limited with AJ. But Becky, she's going to be there every week. You know she is. But you kind of already did everything with her with the IC title and with a lot of her potential opponents with Bayley, with Lyra. That was the best part about last summer. And as great as it was, I don't want you to just retread something that was great in the first place. That's not probably going to be as good as it was the first time. You were kind of in a lose-lose situation. I do think they went with the better option with Becky, but I really hope that they get that IC title in a circle of new people, of new women, of a Roxanne. As me, you do Bayley and Lyra. I would prefer those two go for a world title, if I'm being honest. But scale wise, I wouldn't be shocked if they put them back in that picture. But I would like a Roxanne, even a Raquel. I would like, again, if she goes to Raw, a Sol Ruka, an Io, people that haven't been in that IC circle yet. I would really like to see that afterwards, man. That's really what I hope for here. I think you were kind of in a lose-lose situation here, but I think they did pick the better option of the two.
Hunter said, AJ said in a post-match interview, she's going away and she hopes she comes back. What does that mean?
What is, like, what was the point of any of this if she doesn't? You know what I mean, man?
Mm-hmm.
It was great seeing her because she could still go. The match was good. Her promos are still overall good. I still like AJ. She's just not around a lot. And and if you're in the IC title picture, the secondary title is always more of a workhorse situation.
Mm-hmm.
So if she is not going to be around that much, you need to put her in that more attraction slot in the women's division. That's what you have to learn to do with her.
Yeah. So, yeah, Becky wins the championship back, and honestly, man, it was a short match. It was a tiny bit over 8 minutes. Another one where I feel if they were even given an extra 5 minutes, it could have been good. Again, I thought this was, I thought their matches ever since AJ has been back, the Elimination Chamber one, and this one, I think they've gotten better every time. I think they've gotten better every time that she's been in the ring, and I really hope we do see AJ back. I just hope they do either find a way to efficiently use her with her limited dates, or they, bring her back on more of a full-time schedule, man. So
100%.
We will see what she, does end up doing, man. But I hope we do see AJ back. I think AJ is a goat in the women's division. But again, I just hope they find better ways to use her. And again, I don't really see any benefit on keeping her in a feud with Becky Lynch for what has been since September. So
literally,
for the better part of 6 months, she's been feuding with one person. So I just think it's something WWE should have thought more on and kind of executed better.
Yeah, exactly. They really should have known the role that AJ was going to be playing in more of a attraction role. And they didn't really play to that role very well, man. But the match they produced for the time they were given was really good. Obviously, they probably would have gotten even better if they were given more time, like you could say with basically this whole show. But with the time they were given, they did pretty good.
Yeah. So we have the next match.
Finally.
Real graps on the show.
Unironically.
But before we get to that, we do have a word from the official sponsor. I'm sorry, guys. I know we've seen a lot of ads today.
We're going to have to hit you with one of our own. It's only one.
So yes, it's only one, not the whole show. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics, formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters, man. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly always gotta shout out W with a workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man, no matter what it may be. If you want to be focused, unlike Triple H, and not make the same mistakes that Triple H makes, man, you gotta try W. It'll keep you energized. It'll keep you focused, man. It'll taste good all at the same time. Truly always, I always gotta shout out W. It'll always do what you need to do, man. Whatever you need to do, it'll keep you up. It'll keep you energized. It'll keep you focused. And again, it'll always taste good at the same time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, as always, to the wonderful people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do.
It's what we do
here at NHB.
Finally.
Man,
Something real.
First Symphony number 9 back at WrestleMania.
Oh, it felt so good, man. Hearing that song at WrestleMania.
So good.
That's the feeling I miss, man. And that's the feeling that this night fucking needed, man. Holy shit. Thank you, Gunther. And thank you, Seth Rollins. Holy shit, you did it. And Seth Rollins, you saved us. He saved us again. He saved us at Chamber, and he saved us in the build to Mania. And this man done saved it again, man. Yes, Hunter, match of the night. Personally, I think this is going to be the match of the weekend. That's my prediction so far, man. This match fucking killed. The entrance is killed. We'll get to the Seth entrance. That was really cool. But this just was so refreshing tonight, man. It really was, man. This felt like a real wrestling match. This was a real wrestling match, and it had a good ending that made sense. Yeah, it had storyline and people, getting involved and whatnot, but it all made sense and it was all genuine. This is what this match felt like is what WrestleMania should feel like, man. It really is. Can't believe it. Seth Rollins saved me. What the hell happened?
You guys got my guy Sir K flipped up on his head, bro. This guy's out here praising The Miz these days. He's fucking excited for the Seth Rollins match. What the fuck did you guys do to my guy, bro?
What did you do to me, man? Seth Rollins. He saved us.
He fucking saved us, dude.
He really did.
And to think, these doofuses were going to keep Gunther off the WrestleMania card.
They didn't have a backup.
This man, Gunther, again, this is why I say, why do you got to go the career killer route when you can have a route so simple? Like, I'm fucking better than you. You don't know it, but I'm going to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you get. You just get this dude going out there. He is in WWE, and this is what I love about Gunther, especially in this world of WWE. He is like a breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
He is a bit of old school professional wrestling in a company full of sports, entertaining, and advertising.
He really is, dude. I don't know if y'all do this. I like to take hot showers, man, and I obviously keep the curtain closed. But you ever peek your head out the window and just get that cool air from your hot shower? That's what Gunther is, man. He is that breath of he's that open window, and you smell that fresh air, man. Especially like you said, in the current world of WWE, he's a diamond in the rough, man. He really is.
Huge diamond in the rough, bro. Huge diamond in the rough. Man, it is so nice seeing Gunther put on a absolute banger like this, bro, on WrestleMania. He tends to show out pretty much every WrestleMania except for last year, which last year I don't blame him at all. He was in the ring with a literal fucking dish sponge. So that there was really nothing you could have done there. Every year he shows out at WrestleMania though, man. Guys, the can't say enough good things about Gunther.
No, you really can't. And Gunther has a really good WrestleMania repertoire himself. He has a very good WrestleMania set of matches. Obviously, he didn't make it last year, man. He just wasn't on the show, man. I don't know what happened. I just don't remember him being on the show personally. I don't remember him on the show, man. Goosebumps. What was that?
This is what Gunther did last year.
I don't know what he's talking about, man.
He tapped to the fucking dish sponge of a professional wrestler.
I hear rumors that he was on last year and he faced some mop bucket of a wrestler, man. But I don't remember it. I remember all of Gunther's matches being great at WrestleMania.
All right, I'll say it to you like this.
Oh no.
He was wrestling a Saturday WrestleMania guy last year.
He was, man. Unfortunately, he was
wrestling
a chode of a wrestler.
What? He was wrestling the guy that was doing bench presses on the floor.
Doing bench press on the floor, doing some arm curls and a shiesty, man.
Bro was doing Why was he doing a dumbbell press with a shiesty
with
on?
a shiesty on?
What are
And
you
like
doing?
he didn't even like fully move. He didn't even. They weren't even full reps, bro. Like what was he doing? I don't know, man. He's with that fucking chode of a single wrestler, Jey Uso. Last year was a fucking dent on what is genuinely a great WrestleMania list of matches and just experiences as he had at WrestleMania. That was the dent on the car. But this year, another one where he comes in, he bangs, man. Great fucking match, man. And a great build to this match. I really like the build to this match. I love what they did here. Obviously, it was a classic Gunther entrance, man. Symphony number 9. It's the only special thing he needs for an entrance is that fucking song.
And what's up with these crowds, dude? Why aren't y'all singing Symphony number 9? Can we please get Gunther in Europe?
Can we please get it? Because I was going to say, they're in Vegas. The Vegas crowd sucks. Even last year, it kind of sucked. And,
but
I'm
not going to blame him.
Oh.
I can't blame him.
Oh, no.
I can't.
Why can't you?
We were a bad crowd, but it's not us.
It's the show we're given.
I guarantee you, dog, you put Mania 40 in Las Vegas, the crowd's going to be going bonkers.
And you give them Symphony number 9? Crazy shit, man.
Especially because, especially a WrestleMania crowd, those are your hardcore fans, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe not the people sitting ringside. Those are just a bunch of rich people.
Yes.
But, people that are actually going to show up to a WrestleMania are, for the most part, pretty hardcore WWE fans. The fact that they don't make any noise tells me you aren't doing your job.
You really aren't doing your job, man.
The fact you just went to MSG in New York is not... And again, too, it's not necessarily a Vegas crowd, right? Everybody there is not from Vegas.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're getting tourists, you're getting people, you're getting... Essentially, what WrestleMania is a lot of the time is your hardcorest of fans for WrestleMania will make the trip.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you got people to make the trip, A, the arena isn't anywhere close to full, and B... Just like we did in Chamber, what the fuck do they have to cheer for?
That is true. They were in fucking the United Center for an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and we were given nothing to pop for. Besides, again, Seth Rollins.
This guy.
This motherfucker right here, Seth Rollins. The only thing we have to pop for, man. And again, speaking of Seth, man, he had a really cool entrance, man. He came out in a cool, dark hoodie thing. And he had, black contacts. They were really sick. Really cool entrance. You could always rely on Seth for having a big WrestleMania gear, man. Even before the extravagant Rollins that we get nowadays, he used to always have some big, cool gear for WrestleMania. He's one of those guys that just get it for WrestleMania, man. And, if anyone, I can't believe I'm saying this too, if anyone's the modern Mr. WrestleMania, although Roman has, the bigger WrestleMania scale, in terms of quality, I would give it to Seth Rollins.
Roman has more main events,
yeah,
but a lot of them suck.
A lot of them suck, dude. That's what I'm saying. It was a bigger scale,
mm-hmm.
But in terms of quality, most of the time, you got it to Seth, man. He is the modern Mr. WrestleMania, man.
Well, the way it's looking with this match, you could be looking at your 2 modern
yeah, exactly. Where, it's him and Gunther genuinely at this point, man. This match.
But yeah, I would say Rollins.
I would say Rollins overall. And I think he said it the other day when they were in whatever pre-show conference they do out daylight and before the show. I always forget what they...
the kickoff?
The kickoff, yeah. He mentioned that, and I would say it's true, man. He is the modern Mr. WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a great entrance. Well, Gunther's Symphony number 9 was amazing. Rollins had this black jacket that had a bunch of holes or a bunch of rings in it. And there was smoke coming out of the jacket. It looked sick. He had a hoodie on that kind of came over his eyes. When he took it off, he had a mouth cover. And he had black eye contacts in. I don't know what that was based off of.
No clue.
But whatever it was, it looked sick.
It was cool.
It looked sick.
Although I will say the camera work kind of did fuck it up, and you didn't see a close up of him wearing the mask.
Yeah.
The camera work tonight was kind of ass. If I'm gonna be shot, there was at one point where the cameraman literally fucking
That was
fell.
it was during the
wom-
women's tag match.
Well, fucking, you just see a shot of Paige in the ring, and then the dude just falls, and the camera just falls ringside. The camera work was not it tonight, man. I TKO, man. They're getting cheap with everything, man. Even camera work, because it was not here tonight.
Yeah, it was that shot of that dude falling. Oh my god, dude, I fell out laughing.
Oh man,
when that happened, bro. I genuinely fell out laughing when that happened. That was so funny. So Rollins during this match, he powered his way out of a sleeper hold, which commentary mentioned is not a very easy thing to do these days.
it is not. The GOAT couldn't do it.
He's
Super Cena could have.
Yeah. 100%. He completely stood up. Bro, we got 3 hunters in the chat.
Every title except the Jet. Dude, they're hilarious with that shit.
No way.
Oh, they're hilarious with that shit.
Oh.
They really don't fuck with Tony Khan, man. They really hate that man. They hate his fucking guts, man. He's not even a part of the Jaguars anymore. His fucking dad banned him. Come on, man.
What's up? What's up, Rage? How are you?
How you doing?
Thank you for joining us. Wow, that is crazy, dude. That's too funny, bro. Yeah, they're always so bogus with the Jaguars. I would, I know the Jaguars. I would really love to see what would happen if they won a Super Bowl, because you know how WWE always sends them that commemorative title, bro. I would love to see
them just a no-sell a Super Bowl win.
Oh, I would love it.
That would be so golden, man, because they're so petty with the Jaguars, bro.
Every year, whether it's the Chiefs, whether it's the Seahawks, whether whoever's winning the Super Bowl, you always see somebody on the team with the WWE Championship with like their team side plates on it. I would love to see the Jaguars win a Super Bowl only for that, bro. That Truly. Is absolutely hilarious stuff. So Rollins ended up hitting his double Falcon Arrow, his superplex Falcon Arrow, into the standing one. And when he went to go for the standing one, Gunther switched it around and got him in a sleeper hold, which Rollins, when he went to, my bad. He hit him with the superplex Falcon Arrow, and then he hit him with the regular one, pinned him. As soon as Gunther got out of the pin, Rollins got into a sleeper hold of his own, which Gunther was able to get his foot on the bottom rope and throw Gunther on the outside of the ring. Rollins hit a suicide dive, but was caught and immediately got a Kevin Owens apron powerbomb on the apron, which looked, they always talk about how like that's a bad bump, but that one, like, Gunther kind of like threw him rather than like controlling like his body and like placing him down, on the apron. He kind of like again tossed him, and then he immediately, he power bombed Rollins on the announce table right after this, and Rollins landed right on a monitor that was facing up, back first.
Brutal spot, man, and that had no give. They done bolted that motherfucker straight.
Ooh.
Oh, it was brutal. That was a brutal back-to-back spot.
No, it really was. Hey, Hunter, I asked the same question. Yesterday on news, bro. Why is Pat McAfee allowed to bring up AEW, but these guys can't curse at each other on television?
They can't curse at each other. Pat could bring up AEW. Roman nor Seth nor anybody facing CM Punk couldn't have. It's or anyone facing Cody couldn't have. They just have to allude to something.
You couldn't get over in your own company.
They just have to allude to a place before this, man. It's so lame, dude.
So ridiculous, dude. So ridiculous. So Rollins landed right on a monitor facing up on the announce table. Rollins here then Gunther here went for a power bomb on top of the announce table. Rollins was able to get off and get Gunther off as well. and hit a stomp on the announce table. He ran to the other announce table and then ran back to Gunther, hit him with a curb stomp right on top of the announce table. And then as the referee was checking on Gunther, Rollins was standing by the ringside area, and this man
Oof.
got absolutely decked by a Braun Breaker spear. Spearing Rollins into the barricade. This man absolutely got fucking plastered with that spear. He threw him in the ring, and Gunther would put Rollins to sleep and incapacitate him with a sleeper hold. This match, for as great as it was, wasn't even 16 minutes. It was 15 minutes.
Exactly.
It was 15 minutes. Could you imagine what these guys could have done if they were given just an extra 5, an extra 10 minutes?
God, I went crazy. This was the best match of the night.
Yeah.
And it was
fuck
this
yeah.
short, dude. And it was this short. These guys did amazing with what they did, man. I think this match was picture perfect wrestling and storytelling for the scale and length they were given, man. This is how you mix wrestling and sports entertainment. You have a banger ass match between two real ass wrestlers, and you end it with a story that makes sense and a run in that makes sense, man. Braun made sense. I'm glad that they waited till Mania to bring him back in the surprise appearance to screw over Seth. I loved the way they did that, man. I miss seeing Braun. He looks great. I can't wait to see him on Monday and the weeks after, man. I can't wait to have him back. He's back. I love that, man. I'm excited to see what him and Seth can do with a full-length build, which what they, waited for him to come back for is an actual full-length build to their next match, man. Very much excited for that and very glad they did that. And I loved everything all three guys did, man. Very glad with what Gunther did. Very happy with what Seth did. And I love the Braun appearance, man. I think Braun looked great. He did a brutal ass fucking Braun Breaker spear. And then he did a whole ramp length one right after to Seth Rollins after the match. Very cool looking. And I love what they did here tonight, man.
Yes. I think, again, I'm on the same page as you, dog. I thought this was the best match of the night. I thought, in terms of everything they did from an in-ring standpoint, all the way to the whole point of why we were getting this match. Again, we complain so much. You do not need to use a career killer crutch to book Gunther's career from here on out. You know what I mean? And I know we're going to pick it right back up with the Brock stuff, but dude, this was just as simple as you're dodging me and I know I'm better than you. And they went out here and just put on a banger. They put on a banger. This is another banger for both guys at WrestleMania. And yeah, I mean, again, this was just again, it was so simple in story, so simple in ring storytelling, and again, made sense with the Braun, run in. I like how, Gunther didn't really see or wasn't knowledgeable on the fact that Breaker ran in and basically helped him win the match. I like that. And, obviously now Rollins is going to move on to the Breaker feud, and Gunther is going to make it a little more apparent why he chose this match in the first place. Is yes, he thinks Seth is dodging him, and yes, he wants to prove he's better than Seth, but at the end of the day, he wants something for himself, and he wants something that Paul Heyman can deliver to him, and that is his beast at SummerSlam. So again, simple, and everything's going to tie in, and everything's going to make sense, and I loved it. And this is the only bit tonight that we've seen from the WWE of old.
Literally, this is the only good thing in complete essence that we've seen tonight, man. Everything they did here tonight with these three, Braun included, man, was really fucking good, man. I'm glad we got this. This was such a breath of fresh air from this entire show, Fran. From the start of it, especially to the end of it. What's up, Cody? How you doing, man? And the thing you're saying is true, man. It really is, man. It was a rough ending to the show, but this match specifically, it was truly a breath of fresh air. I'm glad we got it. I'm glad to see what we get with Seth and Braun afterwards. And until we get to Brock, I'm very concerned what they're going to do with Gunther. I feel like they're going to be in a stalling period for Gunther after this. That's my biggest fear about this.
I could very well see that. Gotti, pop off, brother. How
Oh,
are
yeah.
you, man? Pop
Shoot off, bro.
Absolutely pop off, bro.
Everyone deserves to.
Gotti says, no, we Gotti says, I've been telling people Cody winning at Mania 40 was the worst decision in WWE history.
Probably should have been Sammy, my opinion. But, you know.
Should have been Sammy the year before
But Sammy
says,
should have been the one to beat him. But
now we are stuck with bullshit booking like this. Fucking garbage, man. Absolute shit. That Cody Randy match ending was shit from a fucking ass.
shit from a butt. It really was. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait for you to hear our opinion on it, man.
He says, for fuck's sakes, terrible at the end of the night, and now we're gonna have a terrible start to tomorrow when Oba loses. Commercial mania. More commercials of Hulk Hogan than time spent showcasing the women's superstars. Rhea versus Charlotte at Mania 39 was longer than all these women's matches combined. Bro.
I think that Hogan thing is also true, like numbers-wise. I think I saw
Stop it.
that I think it was 25 minutes in total of the ads for the Hogan documentary, which is longer than all the women's matches tonight. I think I saw that exact thing on Twitter.
Bro, you're fucking lying.
I'm not even lying. I think that's a real statistic. That's like completely numbers based true. There was more Hulk Hogan documentary footage than there was women's wrestling tonight.
That's not a real stat, bro.
Bro,
That's not a real
it's a
stat.
real stat, bro.
Come on, dude.
Oh man.
Bro, God. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. It sucks, man. I'm thinking back to Rhea and Charlotte, bro. That was the days when, you know, me and the guys, we would be watching wrestling and actually be like super into like a WrestleMania main event match or like one of the main matches on the show. And man, 9 times out of 10, we sit at WrestleMania and watch a bunch of bullshit go down, dude. So it's not the same, bro. Not the same, bro.
No, it really wasn't, man. It really wasn't. That's the real stat. Yeah, that is the real stat. I think it was 25 minutes in total of Hogan footage.
That is fucking absurd. That is fucking absurd, dude.
Literally, man. Literally. Yeah, man. Tonight was just rough, man. It was, man. For me, the best shining light was this Gunther and Seth match, and I liked the end or the second half of AJ and Becky, but for me, post the night was just very short and disappointing, man. Speaking of short and disappointing, what a perfect transition. This match got it the worst.
This match
wasn't even a match.
Holy hell.
Like, does this even count as a WrestleMania match at this point?
Can we get a stat on if Liv Morgan's entrance was longer than the match? Because I would be willing to bet it at least comes close.
It at least has to be like 4 minutes of that entrance, and the match was 7 minutes. So
the match was 7 minutes.
7 in-ring minutes, bell to bell.
This was shorter than both of the other women's matches, and this was the women's world title match. What?
They spent more time with Liv Morgan's god-awful song, Miss fucking Britney Spears out there, man. We had Sabrina Carpenter out there, and that got basically more time than the match itself, man.
6 minutes.
It is. Oh, man.
The entrance was longer than the match.
And the entrance sucked, too.
And when they got in the ring, it was fine. And right when it started, it fucking ended.
Yeah.
If these women were given at least another 10 minutes, I sound like a broken record. I keep saying if everybody got fucking an extra 10 minutes, it would have been even better. But it goes to show. Priorities. Prioritize your matches. The things that people are here to see. People are not paying $40,000 for you to run a fucking Baconator Biggie Bag ad.
$70,000 actually.
What? Come on, bro. Fucking running a Wendy's ad.
It's sponsored by Wendy's.
That's not what people are here to see. That's not what they came to see. Priorities. Why are you showing me physical video ads if the ring and the barricades and the turnbuckle pads and the announce table lips are filled with ads?
Yeah.
Why are you showing me ads then?
Why are you showing me the amount of ads you're showing me for a match that was 7 minutes, man? Which, like Gotti says, man, this is one of my most fucking wanted matches. I thought this match was gonna be an undervalued and a sleeper, but it can't be a sleeper because you didn't give it no time to be a sleeper. The second they started to move, the match fucking ended, and you just had generic Judgment Day helped live win ending, and that was it. They literally got 4 minutes into the match. The last 3 were Judgment Day stuff, and boom, she won the match. Nothing at all. These women were given. They weren't given time. They weren't given dedication. Then they had the best brawls. That's because that's all you allowed these two to do is brawl before their match, in the build to the match, and they did the best they could. And you still jip them with the match themselves. I feel so bad for Stephanie. I feel so bad for Liv. And you know, I expected Liv to win. I'm not even mad that Liv won. It's genuinely, I wish these two were given more time so they could add a better match, because I know they could have, because they were on the way too, and it completely just straight ended right then and there, man, for no reason. They did these women so horrible. These two got it the worst tonight, man.
100%, bro. 100%. Gotti says he hated that only 1 or 2 matches got a promotional video beforehand. So dumb. It was one of the best things about Mania for years.
Yep.
Bro.
That's the whole point.
Dude.
It's the promo packages. And, dude, how is AEW finally learning to do promo package before genuinely every one of their matches? You look back to Dynasty, even the conglomeration, ain't Revolution, the conglomeration got a fucking promo package to their match.
And then Clark Connors came out and fucked their couch, bro.
Fucked their couch, and then you fucking rewind to Mania, and we get fucked watching Mania, man.
The ESPN literally Clark Connored.
We are the couch. Base. We are the couch.
Yes.
And TKO and WWE are Clark Connors. They fucked us, dude.
We pay $30 for a service.
$30 a month for a service to just watch your show that we have to have 4-minute ad breaks constantly, dude. What the fuck is this show, dude? It's horrible. It's a slap in the face, dude. Slap in the face to the performers and to us, bro. These women have worked their ass off, given nothing but brawls in their build to WrestleMania, and you fucking gift their troubles with a 7-minute match. You kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? And the promo packages too. That is true. I think it was just the main event, and it might have been this match, but I think it was like one other match that actually got. That's the whole fucking point to Mania, is the build, the promo packages, the feeling. You didn't feel nothing all fucking night.
No. I want to watch a promo package to get me excited for the match that's about to come on. I don't want to sit there and know and learn that Minute Maid brings the juice.
Yeah.
And then I have to watch a match. No. I want a video package that gets me excited for the match that I'm about to watch. A video package that recaps the story between the two men.
Exactly. That's what I want. That's what you didn't give us. You gave us Minute Maid. You gave us fucking Cricket Mobile. You gave us Coney Rhodes and the General and this and that and Wendy's Biggie Bags and it's just ads. It's all it is. It's just ads. Constantly through every aspect of the show. The tables got Slim Jim on it. The ring got names on it. It's just so sad and desperate, dude.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I was saying it earlier, man. This just especially did not feel like WrestleMania, and WWE needs to absolutely change their model on what exactly it is they want WrestleMania to be, and what exactly it is WrestleMania should be. Because it ain't, sure as shit ain't this. These women were given no time, right? No. I have that that was the first thing I wrote down in my notes. By the time this match ended, I was curious to know how long this match went. I was thinking, man, what'd they give them? 9-10 minutes? That's it? 8-9 minutes? And I was wrong. It was lower than that. It was 6. 6 minutes.
6 minutes is an insane time for a WrestleMania women's world title match. Insane, dude. That's fucking insane. All the work that Liv and Stephanie put in all year resulted in a 6 fucking minute WrestleMania match. You don't get repaid for your work at WrestleMania. You don't.
Absolutely terrible. So yes, we got Liv and Stephanie making their entrances. Man, Liv came out, being Tate McRae, doing her choreographed dancing.
That one dude was feeling himself, man.
Oh, the dude that was carrying her,
Man,
he was enjoying that shit.
He was enjoying that shit. That man was feeling himself, and so was Liv, man. She's the next Sabrina Carpenter, man.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So, Liv Morgan was moving her ass off in this match, bro.
She was.
She really was. Stephanie was on the top rope. She was doing like a springboard sunset flip off the top rope. It was crazy. But before the match got picked up at all, in the slightest, we get Judgment Day interferences.
Of course.
We get Judgment Day interferences. We get Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez.
It's not like her group joins her, 15 minutes into a fight where they're, storyline wise, we're like, okay, 15 minutes in, she's not winning. We got to go out there and help. What, 3 minutes? They come out there and help? Like, dog, what are you doing?
Absolute joke. An absolute joke. Stephanie fends them off, and then she goes to pick up offense again before the Judgment Day jump back on the apron again and left Stephanie Vaquer open for a second Oblivion in the match, which led to Liv Morgan capturing the Women's World Championship. And Stephanie loses, gets pinned for the first time on the main roster since she has been called up by Liv Morgan. Kind of a questionable decision, but
maybe we would have questioned it less if, they could have banged for 15 minutes, but I digress.
They put it, yeah. If the match was a little better, this probably wouldn't be so much of a problem as it is. 6 minutes. Stephanie Vaquer's first loss came in a match that was 6 minutes.
Fucking bullshit.
And
man.
all you can come up with is Judgment Day interferences. LOL.
Judgment Day interferences. Fucking L, man. Good Lord.
Feel terribly bad for both of them. Again, I don't think this was anything they did. The match, again, all 6 minutes of it were really good.
They were really good. They were fucking moving their ass off, and it was one of those things where they were going spot to spot so fast. You knew that match was about to be short, man. I instantly knew what was gonna happen. I was so just like, what the fuck is wrong with this company, man?
Yes, you can always tell, especially we've watched wrestling for a very long time, so we kind of just know. And when you can see people start the match kind of guns blazing, they're kind of getting through everything rapidly, and then you see the interferences real early on in the match, you're kind of like, oh, okay.
They were given no time.
I can see where this is going. So very unfortunate. I think these two absolutely got robbed of what should have been something very enjoyable and what should have been a very sleeper women's match at WrestleMania got cut in time so hard for no reason at all.
No, really for no reason at all. These women got screwed out of their WrestleMania match, and it was given no time, and they deserve a whole lot better.
Dominic ran out there to celebrate with his girl.
His girl, man.
Liv Morgan. He's out there celebrating. I don't know where the hell the rest of the Judgment Day was.
I don't know where JD's at.
Yeah, Dominic was the only one that I guess had enough heart to show up for his homie, for his girl Liv Morgan, and he celebrated with Roxanne and Raquel and Liv, and they all celebrated. Again, kind of crazy decision to have Liv's first loss be to Stephanie's first loss be to Liv. But again, I honestly think that that's probably the least of our concerns, being that these women flew to Las Vegas to wrestle for 6 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. They choreographed a whole entrance for 6 minutes, man. I think that's the bigger concern right now. Well, unfortunately, man. That should be our biggest concern, but it's not. It's scale and it's time that people are given.
After this, we got John Cena talking about the... he came out here to announce that there's 50,000 people in the seats. Do I believe it? No.
No, I don't.
Either that or WWE probably did give 50,000 tickets, but they just started handing out a fuck ton of comp seats.
And they had to have. They had to have, man. Either way, whether that's the real number or not, even as a real number, that's sad. Come on, guys.
Mhm.
You were doing 80, 70, 60, and now you're doing 43, 50. Horrible look, man. Horrible look.
Yeah. 1,000%, bro. WWE's also been known to blow their numbers up
Oh, yeah.
hugely.
Of course they are.
You look at like the 101,000 of WrestleMania 42 that ended up being like 82,000, or WrestleMania, not 42, 32, 10 years ago. Wow. It's crazy.
Insane, actually.
You know, you look at that number, we know WWE completely blows them out of proportion.
In a year's time, WrestleMania 33 will be a decade ago. That is wild. I just thought about that. Man, that was my first WrestleMania, man. It's about to be a decade ago.
You're an OG in the game now.
I'm an OG now. And that's what happens when you're an OG. You get fucked, apparently.
Wow. That's crazy. That means next year, by next year's WrestleMania, I will have been a wrestling fan for 20 years of my life.
It's insane, man. Well, we honestly, according to TikTok comments, man, we're new to WrestleMania builds.
Yeah, very new. Very new. Wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy. Time is crazy, man.
Cena's out there just being the GOAT or farming, and Bianca Belair comes out. Bianca Belair comes out, and I'm getting pumped. I'm getting fucking excited. I'm like,
she's back.
My homie is back.
The GOAT's back.
She is back, bro.
Save this SmackDown division.
I thought we were back to save the SmackDown Women's Division once and for all. Bianca's out there saying, you can't have a WrestleMania without the EST. She says, I got a surprise for y'all. And I'm like, oh shit.
She back.
She's about to say she's back and interject herself into the women's title match tomorrow night. Bro, she unzips her jacket and she is pregnant. Her and Montez Ford are having a baby. And now we know what he's been doing since Triple H has, failed him in the SmackDown Tag Team division. He's been at home succeeding.
Exactly. At least he's succeeding in something, man.
Hey, man, I'll say my heart does break a little knowing that, Jade Cargill, there's a possibility she could have a little bit of a longer title reign. However, looking past wrestling, man, this is so awesome for them. Congratulations to Tez. Congratulations to Bianca. Bianca, we're going to miss you for even longer. I promise you we're going to miss you for even longer. But, man, this is so awesome for her. This is so awesome for them. I'm very happy for them. And it was an awesome reveal. You could see the genuine joy on John Cena's face because that
was awesome.
It definitely looked like it shocked him as much as it did me. Because I genuinely thought she was about to come on there and announce that she was going to be in the title match tomorrow. I thought that might have been a last ditch effort by WWE for some Sunday WrestleMania tickets, even though Sunday WrestleMania is ass, according to Pat McAfee. No, man, this is so awesome. Congratulations to them, and who knows, man? Hopefully this means Rio will win tomorrow.
Hopefully that is true, man. But the self-wrestling fan in me, of course, you want your favorites to be back in the ring, man. But thinking about real life, congratulations truly to Bianca and Montez Ford, man. That's truly awesome. Very happy for them, man. They get to have a child and they get to, be parents, man. Truly awesome for them. I wish the best in health and everything in that process for them, man. Very cool moment to have that reveal in the ring, have that big pop for her. That was really cool. It was just really cool to see her, period. So I wish her the best. I wish Montez the best. Like you said, it was a really cool moment with Cena there, man. You could tell he loves doing stuff like that. And it was just a wholesome moment and what was not a wholesome night, man. So very happy for them. Very happy for Bianca. Hope everything goes well, man. I hope everything works out perfectly.
100%, bro. 100%. That was that.
Here it goes. This piece of shit. This shit from a butt. Main event of WrestleMania Night 1. Horrible. This was horrible, man. This sucked through and through. And the first thing we saw in this was a full Pat McAfee entrance of like 5 minutes long of a Pat McAfee full fucking entrance. Came out there, did a fucking circle around the ring, got in the ring, was fucking marking out for himself. Randy came out. Randy had a cool little thing with a big snake snaking around the scaffolding. But he comes out and he's fucking with Pat McAfee in the ring. Pat's still standing there in the ring. Yeah, that was I knew we were in for one the second Pat McAfee came out.
A full-ass solo Pat McAfee entrance is wild. That is absolutely wild. Like Turkey just said, we did get cool like Orton visuals with
the snake,
the little like scaffolding that was on the Tron. The scaffolding that was on the Tron had like a snake wrap around it. Orton made his entrance. Cody had a really dope entrance. It was like his debut gear, and then it was undashing Cody Rhodes, and then it was Stardust because they love Stardust, and then it was I think just regular Cody Rhodes, or like maybe
I think
like
it was a return
like a
gear?
return gear. Yeah. It was more like that, I guess, style of him. So there was that. And then in the back too, you could also see like his 2011 2012 red and white gear jacket in the back, man. So it was a pretty dope entrance. He came out there with his gold plated Cody helmet and his gold, it's like an all gold jacket. Cody and Randy were doing their introductions, and Pat McAfee grabbed the mic for Orton and did his entrance. Crowds booing him the whole time. They were also kind of quiet boos. It just seemed like nobody gave a fuck.
That's the vibe the whole night, especially in that main event of just people not giving a fuck about what was in front of them.
Something happened and they were booing. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it might have been John Cena saying like, "Oh, this night's been great,"
and they fucking booed.
And they were booing. I'm like, "Oh man,
that's how you know we're bad. That's how you know it's bad, man."
The crowd's disagreeing with John Cena, bro.
Disagreeing with the GOAT.
This is how you know.
Exactly.
Jeez. So, Cody and Randy's entrance or introduction gets done. They're doing Cody's. Pat grabs the mic after they're done. He says one more thing, and he hits Cody Rhodes with the microphone, and they start attacking. Cody. Cody ends up getting the upper hand, attacking Pat McAfee, even though, wasn't it a rule he couldn't attack Pat? He couldn't put his hands on Pat?
I guess that was just in the build to the match, even though I'm sure they forgot. Genuinely, what the reality of it is, they forgot. 100% they forgot about that. They said that literally last week. They forgot it. I know they did.
Yeah.
That you know how they go, man. That's how Triple H books shit. He don't fucking remember what he did last week or what built to the. They just go with whatever they want every time they walk in a new arena.
Jeez. So we have
Oh, he signed the contract. That's okay. At least they have an excuse.
okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes a little bit more. That makes a little bit more sense. So Pat McAfee, he puts Pat McAfee on the announce table. The camera pans left, and there is Mr. Jelly Roll.
Just standing there. Came from nowhere, by the way.
Standing there, shaking his head. He gets on top of the announce table and does a running elbow drop through the table to Pat McAfee. Pat gets stretchered out as Jelly Roll is standing above Pat yelling at Cody, "Give these people the one-on-one match they paid to see." So Jelly Roll, they're having Jelly Roll play the savior here, which, truth be told,
Didn't work
Jelly
out.
Roll, although he wasn't as awful as Pat McAfee was, I am not too sure why we're having him play like this, savior celebrity character when people have been building or people have been burying the use of celebrities.
Literally, he is one of the celebrity problems, saying that celebrities are a problem and to get rid of Pat McAfee. Only can make so much sense, man. I don't know why they gave him that savior and voice of the fans thing when is a part of the whole problem that the fans have with celebrities.
So the whole time Pat is getting carted away, Randy and Cody are watching. Cody's literally standing on the top rope taunting.
Dude, this is one of my least favorite parts about this whole main event, dude. You have this 09 Randy Orton killer in your pocket right at WrestleMania, and he's just standing there while the ref and all the officials are distracted getting Pat McAfee stretchered out. He's just standing there, not doing anything to Cody Rhodes. Why this 09 Orton return wouldn't, I don't know, attack Cody Rhodes to get the upper hand once that bell does ring? I don't fucking know, but that was the first instance of the night of Randy and Cody looking like morons, of just standing there while they could easily been weighing each other down.
Complete morons. Looking like complete morons, bro. This match was so slow and such a
punch and kick and punch and kick and one of them hit their finisher. One of them hit the other's finisher on them. Punch kick. It was the most slow-paced classic Randy Orton and Cody match we could have ever got, man. The match, they spent the whole opening segment of the match saying, we got the celebrities out of here. This is what we wanted, just you two, for these two to have the most boring, slow-paced match on planet Earth.
Bro, punch, stumble. Orton's selling the back. Clothesline. Oh, Orton's holding his back. No, now Orton's clothesline down. Nope. Now he's selling his back. And then again, they're playing this Orton back angle that came out of nowhere. Like, absolutely nowhere. It would have been nice to mention this, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. You could have had Orton holding his back after an attack or something. And have Cody notice it and have that be his game plan or something like that. Play it into the match so people actually know what's going on. Imagine people in attendance that aren't on Twitter.
They don't know that there's a report of him being injured or hurt.
They can't hear commentary. They don't know what's being said, and Orton just randomly has a back injury.
You can't just add that the night of the match itself. You can't do that.
horrible. Randy Orton gets thrown into the turnbuckle and gets busted open. I feel like for a lot of people, this is what is making people say that this match was good, is because there was color. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like after this segment in the match, a lot of people thought that like they were about to turn up. And although, you know, it got better because we went into the ending sequence of the match, the match didn't really, they went into the ending sequence. I mean, the whole match should have been a WrestleMania caliber match.
It should have. And they saw color, and I think that just instantly thought it meant that color equals good.
Yeah.
And that isn't the case. And then after this, they just went and just did their own and their opponent's finishers back to back. And that's all it was just spamming finishers.
Yeah. And two, I wasn't really like a big fan of, Cody doing like the draping DDT and trying to hit an RKO. These guys hitting crossroads and RKOs on each other.
Thought it was cheap.
Yeah, I thought they could have done better. I thought they could have done better in terms of drama in the match, not, move thieving. Just my opinion. But Randy Orton is punching Cody Rhodes, and then Cody Rhodes, who's in front of him, by the way, and then he just looks over his shoulder and RKOs Charles Robinson. He just RKOs him.
Cody is in front of Randy, punching him, and I guess he poked his eye, but Randy instantly just RKOs a body standing behind him, which was the ref. Wholly making Randy look like a complete moron. Part 1 of the 10 parts in this match. Because my God, he looked so stupid in that moment. Why in the hell would he do that? He was just punching you in front of you. He's not the Flash. He can't instantly fucking appear behind you. Oh, that looks so bad.
So he RKOs the referee. And Randy goes to hit a low blow on Cody. Cody turns around and low blows Orton. He then goes for a super Cody cutter, and as he's jumping off the top, he gets hit with an RKO. And these fucking goobers had Pat McAfee run back down to the ring.
With a neck brace and a fucking ref shirt.
A neck brace, which, mind you, he took an elbow drop to the chest.
All right. Could you just put some tape around him, but all right.
He comes out wearing a referee shirt. Proceeds to get in the ring, and being that now he's the new official ref, he doesn't even fast count to help his boy Randy win.
No.
He just does a fundamental count that gets fucking kicked out of.
First of all, you think kayfabe-wise, what did he put on? Here's my question. He had a neck brace on, and if that was given to him by medical, you can't put a shirt on when you already have a neck brace on. So kayfabe-wise, you're telling me he went in the back, grabbed a ref shirt, put it on, got back on the stretcher, got medical aid to put the fucking neck brace on him, and then he ran back out. So that's kayfabe-wise is what he did. That just happened backstage kayfabe-wise, apparently. And then he goes out there as a dude trying to help Randy Orton win the match, which is his goal, by the way. This takes into account a couple seconds after this. He's trying to help Randy Orton win the match, so he does a ref count as a normal-ass, classic rules ref count for a Cody Rhodes kickout. You can't make dumber shit than this, dude.
Cody kicks out. Orton goes to punt Cody. And as he's running past McAfee, he stops and RKO's Pat. And then takes a crossroads and fucking loses the match.
He just takes one crossroads, loses the match because he got distracted attacking the guy that was trying to help him win the match that he had backup for to try to help him win the match he turned on for no reason during the match to the next second later lose the match for no reason. Holy make Randy Orton look like a complete blithering moron is Triple H and his booking. You made heel 09 Orton look like a complete blithering idiot for no reason, dude. For no reason.
This whole story, this whole build to Mania, you wasted for somebody who shouldn't have even been involved in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you want to break them up, you go as far again to do the disservice of making Randy Orton look like an idiot again. You don't think Randy Orton already looked like an idiot when Pat McAfee was the guy on the phone? He was the guy in the chair for Randy Orton, making him 09 Orton again? You don't think that didn't make him look dumb enough? Well, it did.
It did. And then you made it worse.
And you made it worse. You somehow, someway managed to make that worse by having him turn on Pat before Pat could even help him win the title. Again, like I said in the intro, you don't think it would have made more sense for Randy Orton to use Pat McAfee because he is a snake? Use Pat to distract Cody? And again, like I said, you could have had Orton say something along the lines of, I wanted Pat to be involved because I know that's all you care about. All you care about is being involved with big names. All you care is wanting to be involved with the Rocks and the Travis Scotts. So I got Pat to blind you. I used Pat. Something like that is better than what you did here. You done had Randy Orton turn on Pat before Pat could help him win the title, which gave him every fucking advantage in the book, being that there was a higher power controlling Pat McAfee's situation and involvement, the agent, so they refer to, the agent that sent Pat, all that. And Randy Orton didn't even get the title. He lost.
By just beating up Pat McAfee in the middle of his match. Like you said, he could have used Pat McAfee as a distraction for Cody, because he could say it worked on him last time with Travis Scott and Cena, and it was gonna work, and it should have worked this time on Cody, and Randy could have even fucking covered it up even more by saying, yeah, I fluffed Pat up. I made him think, he called me when I was already thinking about knowing what I was going to do, and I fluffed him up by saying he's the one that got this out of me to make sure he stays around me so he can help me win. But I knew what I was going to do. I'm a snake in the grass anyway. I was going to do this anyway. He fell for it too. You could have made Randy look like a demon with the inclusion of Pat McAfee that you were forced to do. You didn't make it work out. That's why I don't feel bad for Triple H. He could have made something good out of Pat McAfee. You could have easily done that, and you didn't. You took the worst possible option and made everybody. You made heel 09 Orton, quote unquote, look like a blithering moron simply because of stupidity and not knowing how to book the situation you were put in. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. What a way to make Randy Orton look so stupid. Way to make him just look so stupid.
He looks horrible, man.
And then after the match, Cody's standing there with the championship. Randy Orton jumps up in the air. Literally comes off both feet. The guy with the back injury jumps into the air to grab the championship, hits Cody with it, and gives him a punt.
What? You don't look tough. You just lost for your own fault reason, so you don't look tough. And, and I'm sure this is the plan, but everyone's like, oh, this is because they want to restart the feud. This is the fresh start for the feud. So you start the feud fresh by having Randy Orton look at his absolute worst. It's not a restart. It's you're gonna have to do damage control on this Mania for Randy Orton, and hell, Cody Rhodes too. You have to do damage control before you could reset this feud. Feud ain't reset. You gotta fucking work to fix the fuck ups you did, and then once you just get fixed, I'm sure on these guys will probably have good segments and a good story. All it's gonna be is the Band-Aid on WrestleMania, which is the same thing we got last year with Cena and Cody. I'm sick of Post-Mania and SummerSlam being the Band-Aid for WrestleMania. I'm so goddamn sick of it, man. I want a progression where we get Mania, we get the result to Mania. That result leads to the next step of the storytelling, Post-Mania and into SummerSlam. I'm sick of SummerSlam being the Band-Aid for WrestleMania. I'm so done with it, man. It's so tiring.
Absolutely fucking atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And then again, they're restarting the feud. Randy Orton couldn't defeat Cody Rhodes with help.
Yeah.
What kind of threat are you supposed to pose? Because you did a punt. Okay, great, you did a punt. You know what you also did? You fucking blew a 2-on-1 advantage. Boy, you just look like a real threat.
Real killer.
Meanwhile, you got fucking Ted Jr. sitting up in the 100 section with his popcorn and his fucking sunglasses on. You might as well have had Ted Jr. sitting here with Randy Orton. At least it would have made more sense.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't know how to get out of the Pat situation. We just told you 2 ways to get out of it. Triple H, that's your whole job, is to get out of shit. Is to, when people go down with injury, you get out of it. When a roadblock is in your way, like Pat McAfee, you book your way out of it, man. You could have booked. We just gave you 2 examples of how to book their way out of it. And the problem is yeah, TKO injected Pat McAfee into this, but Triple H didn't do fuck all to make it any better, and did the lazy ass bum route that he's been doing.
And then to again have Randy Orton look like to have Randy Orton look like a complete idiot. To have him look like a complete idiot in the loss. If you wanted to restart the feud, you don't think it would have been nice to have like Orton maybe turn on him before the match or after the match after he won? Again, something other than turning on him and then immediately losing.
And immediately losing after dropping the dead weight that is Pat McAfee.
He had so many ways he could have gotten out of this. He had so many ways to get out of this, yet he just stood by and just fucking took the brunt of it.
Took the brunt of it. Triple H had so many ways to better this Pat McAfee situation. He didn't do any of it, and his only way of getting out of it is having to do damage control on the Randy Orton character after WrestleMania, because he looks like a complete moron, and you're going to have to spend the next months up to SummerSlam fixing what you could have overall prevented in the first place, even with Pat McAfee there.
And for the second year in a row, the main event of SummerSlam is going to be a fucking WrestleMania rematch.
WrestleMania rematch or WrestleMania Band-Aid. And I'm sick of it, man. And it's sad. And that just goes to show the lack of trust I have in Triple H, the lack of quality Triple H has been having, and that it's not just Pat, it's not just TKO injecting people like Pat. It's all on Triple H for not bettering the shit he is given, man. There is so much shit he could have done to make this situation with Pat better, and he didn't do any of it. He sat back and watched, waited till he was able to get Pat out of here, and then he's going to do stuff. I'm sick of it, Joe. I'm so sick of it.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I don't even think it's Triple H not liking Randy. It's just him not liking his job and not knowing how to do his job.
Yeah, I think he likes Randy. I think he just doesn't really know how to use much of anybody consistently.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. The only person, I mean, again, even Cody Rhodes, he doesn't know how to use consistently, man. The Cody Rhodes is over consistent, right? Cody Rhodes is overbooked. He doesn't really know how to use anybody in that like sweet spot like he did in NXT, where it's like in NXT, your main players, we've seen them. They were the prominent parts of the show, but at the end of the day, it didn't really feel like anybody specifically was like an over-pushed,
monster.
Person.
Yeah. Exactly, like, it was the scene of Adam Cole, it was Tommaso Ciampa, it was Gargano, it was Black, it was all those guys, but, like, they all had their time, and it was an even scale of who was champion, who was facing who. They would face an up-and-coming mid-carder at the time to balance everything out. It was a balance with that Triple H completely doesn't have anymore. It's not even that I don't know if TKO likes Triple H. They don't respect him. Triple H doesn't do really anything to probably earn their respect. He doesn't argue back. He doesn't fight for his people. He doesn't fight for his shows. He lets them walk all over him. So they do. Once something can know they can walk over someone, they will. And I think that's what they found with Triple H.
I think they don't respect
Mm-hmm.
Triple H. But I also see your point. I feel like there is a little bit of dislike for Triple H, and I think we've seen that this year. I think that's the whole reason why Pat is involved. I think they don't trust
Mm-hmm.
Triple H. I don't think they trust. I don't think they really believe in him. But what they don't understand is they have taken a lot of they take a lot of his creativity away, but I also kind of would understand why they wouldn't like Triple H, because all you hear on social media is your fans making fun of him. You know, you look at your sales and your sales are down, and yeah, it is because of the ticket prices. It is. But it's also largely has to do with his creative.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, all of the sudden, when this whole Pat stuff happened, they want to act like Triple H is booking this perfect WrestleMania season. And I've said this from day one, man. Everybody wanted to act like this dude was booking some awesome WrestleMania, and TKO came in and ruined it for no reason. No, TKO came in there because they can't trust Triple H. And again, I can we know there's beef with Rock and Triple H, and
Yeah.
I think that does bleed in. I think that does bleed in a little bit. I think there is a little bit of disdain for Triple H. I think they like Triple H enough to the point where they,
Want to
you know,
keep him there?
they want to keep him there, and they know that nobody's really going to do that job to the ability that he does it. Partly because they know The Rock doesn't want to do it, and they know anybody else probably isn't going to want to do it. But at the end of the day, I do think there is a little bit of disdain and a little bit of distrust
Mm-hmm.
there between TKO and Triple H. But this was absolutely abysmal. Honestly, I think they put on a terrible main event. I think they made Randy Orton look like an idiot. I hope the feud can go good going forward, but at the end of the day, I hate that we're in this situation again where now Cody can't have a summer feud or a spring/summer feud. Because we're gonna have to build all the way up to another SummerSlam WrestleMania fixer match. Which again, how many times is it gonna take before you learn? Just do good at Mania.
Just do good. Once you do good at Mania, that makes the summer good. That makes SummerSlam better. And we didn't get that this year, and we're not getting that this year with Cody, Randy, and that SmackDown scene. It's going to be bogged down by repairing your fuck up at WrestleMania yet again, man. Because look what it did for SummerSlam for the Raw side of things last year. They had a pretty good triple threat. It resulted in a pretty, in terms of comparison to SmackDown and that world title scene, a better scene than SmackDown, a more refreshing scene than SmackDown, man. We got to see Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed and stuff like that. And Seth had the vision, and that was starting, and that was just getting the cogs turning. They didn't have to repair what they did at WrestleMania like SmackDown did. Like the same thing this year. SmackDown was going to have to repair what they did at Mania at SummerSlam all summer. No progression because you have to go back and fix what you fucked up in the first place. It's annoying.
Yeah. And then again, I don't know how many more main events Cody Rhodes is going to get handed before they realize, hey, his main events suck.
Mm-hmm. They're not doing that good, man. The last two have not been that good, and I'm sure he's going to be in the main event next year, man.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. And that was the main event. Again, this just a brief recap here before we say our goodbyes for the night one stream. Again, we were asked a little bit earlier in the night, what would we give this out of 10, man? I would personally say a 4. I think I think the opener was fun for what it was. Jacob and Drew, I liked the women's tag. Love seeing Paige back in the company. Becky, AJ, Gunther, Seth was good. Liv and Steph needed more time, and Randy and Cody severely under delivered. Did night one deliver? No, it didn't deliver on all levels. And I'll tell you what, man, Triple H is one more show away from making this Vegas series of WrestleManias the worst back-to-back pair of WrestleManias, possibly in WWE history, bro. Now we may have to check the stats on that. But this, I'll tell you what, if it's not the worst back-to-back in WWE history, this just legacy of the Vegas Mania ain't looking good, and he's one show away from really solidifying that. He's got one more night to really show us what the fuck he's got, because good God, this ain't looking good. But overall, everything on this show, every single match that you saw needed more time. This was absolutely an embarrassment display of the company's priorities, and their way of going about balancing time and finding priorities and what matters on the show and what doesn't.
100%, and that's my overall stance too, man. Personally, I would give it about a 3 out of 10, man. I just overall did not enjoy the pay-per-view they put on tonight. Opener, I mean, it was fine. It was a very TKO WWE opener, but it didn't offend me, man. Second match, Fatu and Drew. Wanted to like it more than I did. That's probably my phrase for that match. I want to like it more than I did. I wish those two could have done more, but that's kind of a theme with the whole night. But overall, it wasn't bad. Nothing offensive from those two, man. The women's tag titles were fine. It was cool seeing Paige. I wish Lyra and Bayley won that one, but just concerned about what those two are going to do after WrestleMania. But that wasn't that offensive. AJ, Becky, thought it was fine. Thought it was better than I thought it was going to be, so that was good. I am happy they went with Becky there, man. Again, could have given them more time. I think that would have benefited them. Very much a theme throughout the night. Gunther and Seth, loved it. That was my favorite part of the night in terms of match, in terms of storytelling, in terms of everything. I think that was really the only thing that truly delivered on everything it tried to do tonight, man. Obviously, giving it more time would definitely make it even better, but with the time they were given, they really were able to make greatness out of what they were given. So that was my favorite part of the night, and that was my match of the night. Seth and Gunther, man, I overall really like what they did there. Liv and Steph is the biggest disappointment of the night in terms of what I thought they could do with it, man. I didn't expect much from the main event anyway, to be honest, although it still disappointed me, which isn't good. But Liv and Steph, I thought it was going to be a sleeper, and I think it very easily could have been. It was cut to 6 minutes of a world title match for these women. They deserved much better. We deserved much better. Very disappointed from that. And the main event, dude, that main event was so badly booked. It was disappointing. It was overbooked. It was underbooked. And Randy was made to look like a complete moron. And they're going to try to redo all this post-Mania. And I'm dreading it, man. I really am. Overall, night one disappointed the fuck out of me, man. And I'm not expecting a whole lot betterness from night two. So hopefully they exceed my expectations for tomorrow, because I don't expect much tomorrow. And they didn't do good night one, and like you said, Vegas WrestleMania might be the worst sounding WrestleMania ever. From last year to so far what we got this year, Vegas Mania might be the biggest failure of WrestleMania in its history.
I actually believe there was a WrestleMania in Vegas back in the day. I think it was WrestleMania 9 that people like universally hate as well.
Damn, Vegas is cursed.
Remember the one where, have you ever seen where like Bret Hart beats somebody and then Hogan comes in, or Bret Hart loses And then Hogan comes in and fucking steals the
I
championship.
think it was something like that. I think
That one was in Vegas, and I know that one. I want to say it was WrestleMania 9.
I think that one is hated.
And it is universally, people say that's the worst WrestleMania of all time.
That's crazy.
So
Vegas does not have a good rep with WrestleManias, man.
no, yes, it is 9. But
Vegas
bro,
cursed.
I mean, again, he is about one show away from really solidifying that, like, the Vegas Mania is absolutely cursed. WrestleMania 41, 42, and 9 have all sucked. Okay, and he's got one more show
To try to fix himself.
to try to fucking give us something.
Hope it works out, man, because I don't expect it to, if I'm being honest.
I don't either, quite honestly. Yes, it was Yokozuna. He lost to Yoko, and then Hulk comes out, and yeah, okay, it is.
God, that sounds horrible, man.
God,
Oh, man.
terrible. Hey, man, this has been it for Fallout Mania. This has been it for New Vegas Mania, bro.
Very beautiful graphics here, man.
Man,
we had that tonight.
I'll say yes. This has been very nice, and this has been the most beautiful thing to look at all night.
It's very beautiful to look at, man. I hope you guys are excited for tomorrow. I think you're gonna love it. Also, as much as tonight, man, was very beautiful tonight, and I'm excited for tomorrow too.
Yes, sir. And as always, that is going to do it for this edition of your WWE post-show reviews, as this has been WrestleMania Night 1. Guys, we got another one. Good luck.
Good luck.
Try to enjoy the show, and let's ride. We'll see you tomorrow. With that being said, thank you guys so very much. Hunter, my guy, Tom, Mr. Walk 'em Down and Cut They Shiz Off, Mr. Walk 'em Down and Walk the Country, Gotti, Hunter, and Hunter.
Hunter Mania.
Yeah, it is Hunter Mania too. Rage. Who else we got here? My man Curtis. Devin. Thank you guys so much. A lot of you guys popped out. We got the Fed, Jonathan Vedna.
How you doing?
Ribshot Durante. Thank you guys so very much, OG. Thank you guys as always for joining us here today. Like I said, this is it for Fallout Mania. I'm very excited to show you guys what we got for tomorrow. But with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
That's going to do it for this edition of your WrestleMania 42 Night 1 post-show review. All right, guys, don't lose your minds too bad tomorrow night. And if you do, the live chat is open for you guys to chat in. So you guys can go chat for the Night 2 review right now. You guys can go put your thoughts in there through the night. If you guys do need someone to vent to, I will see them. But with that being said, that is gonna do it. Thank you guys so very much. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all with the WrestleMania 42 Night 2 post-show review tomorrow night.
Peace.